inevitable.
When you see men fall, don't laugh. Learn. Learn. Because you're on your way up. And the things that tempt people to fall, you and I are not free from that temptation, nor from the weakness that will cause us to stumble and fall. When you laugh at somebody else's fall, white or black, rich or poor, your enemy or your friend, you are laughing and opening a way for your own demise when you do that. Because to laugh and not learn, to make mockery and not to understand, is to make the same mistake yourself.
Oh, what is up? Straight Talk Society. This is your host Trevor, and I am back with another episode of Man Talk Monday. Hey, I appreciate that, Keela. Shout out to the greatest moderator in the business, Tequila. Shout out to Ricardo in the building. Hey, we got 9 of these left, baby. 9 left. So we're gonna make it great. Before we get started in today's show is entitled "Health is Wealth." Stop acting like you're invincible. This is probably going to be the most important show we've ever done on Man Talk Monday. I've stated it long enough. I said it long enough. I don't care about your pop culture stuff. I don't care. This will be the first show that we're not bashing women. I'm not talking about niggers. I'm not talking about crackers. I'm not talking about none of that. We're talking about a very serious thing, especially in our community, because brothers are dying out here. Like, legit, our men are dying and nobody cares. Okay, let me back that up. Our men are dying and we don't even care. So let's start there, because that's the topic of today's show. Stop acting like you're invincible. We have this mortality, we have this immortality complex about us as men. We act like we can't be touched. We act like things could never happen to us, and a lot of times we don't react until it's too late. Now, you guys see under my name, you see Genesis 9:13 and 17. Now, I started to go completely off on that. That is the scripture. That's the scripture that God gave the covenant about the rainbow. That is the reason for the rainbow. That is to be used as a sign that God would never flood the earth again. I was going to go off on that, but thanks, I got my queen. We were just talking randomly, and she was like, "Hey, do you know what month this is?" And I'm like, "Yeah, unfortunately, Pride Month." And she was like, "No, besides that, this is Black men's mental health awareness month." I'm like, "What?" I didn't know that, because again, nobody talks about it. You don't see it plastered everywhere. I've been on Twitter today. I peeked on social media today. I didn't see it plastered anywhere, but you do see the pride stuff plastered. So I think to myself, like, man, we have a serious disconnect here. We have a serious problem here. This is Men's Mental Awareness Month, and nobody talks about it. No, again, because nobody cares. Nobody really cares. You have because we as men, we have learned to fake it so much. Again, a lot of this is our fault. We have learned to fake it so much to make everybody think that everything is all right. And to the retard over there that has some that likes that wants to try to call my name, I'll deal with you at some point. Not now. Just know that I'm very aware of what you said. So I'll deal with you at some point. try to get out your mother's house first before you talk to me. Nobody who lives with his mom can have a conversation with me because you haven't elevated to manhood yet. So I'll just leave it at that. Try having sex with a woman first before you could talk to me. Learn the joys of sex before you could have a conversation and ever fix your mouth to talk about me or tequila. And that's all I'll say about that. So now go make your 100 million videos because I'm not watching. But I did hear about it. Didn't watch it, but I did hear about it. So just know that you are on my radar. And if I ever, you know, I have no problem calling you a retard because that's what you are. I have no problem calling you the 40-year-old virgin because that's what you are. So if you want to smoke with me, you might want to think twice about it. Because when I get started, I don't stop. And all I do is bombard you with the facts. I bombard you with the facts. So I would shut up if I was you. Stop while you're ahead. But just know that you are on my radar. So hey, E, I'm gonna drop the link in the chat because you definitely need to be on here for this one. I don't understand, man, why people it's been a year. Keela, do you know it's been a year since we did that interview? June 17th will be 1 year since we did that interview. And I cannot believe that the Get Along gang is still talking crap about us. I can't believe it. That's insanity. But I did hear it. And I did hear of it. I was made aware of it. So just know that you're on my radar. But like I said, man, today's show is a very special one, a very important one. We ain't talking about no foolishness today. I don't care about it. I don't care what Diddy did. I don't care anything about that. That stuff doesn't bother me. Let him deal with his own fate. Whomever else has run afoul of the law, you let them deal with it. I got nothing to do with that. All I care about is what's in front of me, and that's my brothers. And the fact that we keep dying at what's the word? I know I'm gonna say it, unexorbitant or exorbitant rates, something like that. I know Michael correct me. I know I said it wrong, but we keep dying at these ridiculous rates, and nobody cares. Nobody says anything. It's just move on to the next one. It's just like, oh my God, we're just rolling them out like they're on a factory. You know, like we're just on the assembly line on the factory. Let's just keep rolling them out. But we're going to bring up some stats today and some things. And, hey, like I said, this may not be the one where everybody wants to tune into because, guy, you would love for me to drag somebody and stuff like that, but I'm not doing that. You'd love for me to talk about something else, but I'm not doing that. I got to talk about some important things, some things that are very serious to the matter, because I actually care about this community. I actually care about the brotherhood, and the brotherhood is leaving here like is nobody's business. Absolutely, Ricardo. I'm about to actually pull up something right now that Nene sent me. As I'm reading it, I'm just like, oh my goodness. But before we get into that, man, make sure y'all, make sure y'all tune in to Pause and Reflect. This channel has become the Pause and Reflect channel. Y'all make sure and tune in to Pause and Reflect, man, because listen, that's all the church you need right there. That's the church that you need on Pause and Reflect. And speaking of church, I have it set for Friday. I may do it Friday. If not, I probably need to try to push it till Sunday. But I am going to do the show entitled Church Hurt, and why black men are leaving the church in droves. Like, black men are leaving the churches at ridiculous rates. And I know exactly why. And I'm coming from the scriptures when I do it. That's something that's going to take a little longer. So I may not do that on a weekday. I may save that for Sunday. It just all depends on what I got going on, man. But nevertheless, let me bring the fellas up, and then we gonna get church hurt, Keela, church hurt, because but what they tell you that church hurt is, I'm gonna break down what church hurt really is, and I'm gonna show you why it is such, why it is the way that it is. But again, you know me, I'm coming from the book. I'm not coming from anywhere else, because again, if we're talking about biblical things and we don't want to use the Bible, then we have a problem. So, you know, and that's where we are with that. So let me like I said, Eda, the link is in the chat, man, because I know when we get to the food stuff, I think I put it in there. Yeah. I know when we get to the food, the food stuff, I definitely want you on here, because you've been holding my foot to the fire a lot in these past few years. My man E just did 7 miles. What was it, yesterday or day before? Yes, or either today or no, today. It was there he is. It was yesterday. So, you know, that's a brother that's actually taking the initiative and doing his thing. So, all right, I see the fellas are here. And Keela, if a troll does come over, shout out to Jackie McCall in the building. Let him live. I'll eliminate any troll today. If any troll comes over here bothering me, I'll eliminate him. I might have a little fun with him and let him up and talk to me, so I could eviscerate him and show him that I haven't forgotten how to do it. I just don't do it anymore. I mean, that's the big difference. So, hey, man, with all that being said, man, let me bring up my panelists. Let me bring up my co-hosts. Filling in probably for the Black Lion today is my boy E. What's up, E?
Hey, what's good, bro? How you doing?
Good. About to say you gotta learn how to you gotta learn how this flow, man. When I go to you, you gotta be ready. And the young phenom himself, young Kev in the building. What's up, Kev?
Yo, it's me, brown, blessed, beautiful, pretty, and this might be the wrong conversation because I'm eating candy right now for me. But I'm here.
You go. You already being a hypocrite. Look at you.
Facts.
Hey, Kev, do me a favor. Drop the link to the thing, the show that you and Mike just did 2 days ago in the chat. Y'all make sure and go subscribe to that channel.
For sure.
Mike and Kev are finally taking my advice and branching out and doing their thing. So let's support that and let's big that up. And last but definitely not least, let's see if he's awake. Big Money Mike in the building. What's up, Mike?
I am chilling like the primordial villain.
Primordial villain. Did I say the word right? What did I say? Exorbitant?
It's exorbitant, but you tried.
Nah, I was close enough.
You were close. The thing you said before that was crazy, but when you try to fix it, I was proud.
Yeah. All right, so let me get into this while you guys are on here, especially Mike, because Mike brought it to our attention last week. Hold on, as I yell at my daughter.
What's up, Mike? How's your nap?
Oh my God.
I'm chilling, baby boy. Man, I'm not gonna lie to you. Like leaving work at 5:30 a.m. today, that drive was so cathartic because music has been hitting me lately. Like I've been really on some matching music to my mood, and my girl has me in like I don't know, like the whole ride home was Garnet Silk and
yo,
60s R&B.
Mike, last week, I don't know what it was, man. I started to send you the link to the playlist. I don't know what it was, bro. I was on Garnet Silk all last week.
Remember when I put you because I'm like the only Jamaican that's not Garnet Silk heavy, and then when my girl's Garnet Silk heavy. So when she hit me on it, I sent it to you, and you was like, "Man, you don't understand. Me in high school used to kill."
Yo, I'm telling you, bro. In high school, I used to Bob was Garnet Silk, man. You talk about somebody gone too soon. Oh my goodness, man. Then that fire, Garnet Silk, what a legend, man.
But if you gonna go out, that's how you go out, trying to save your mama.
No complaint, man. If we do wrong, they complain.
What?
Even if we call it fathers. All right, let me
it's the same what they want us.
That's some old heads.
Yo,
you wildin', bro.
Yo, Garnet Silk, man. Hey, listen, because people used to think that I was a Rasta because all I used to listen to was Garnet Silk. And they used to be like, damn, bro, you turned it into a Rasta? I'm like, nah, I'm feeling this music for some reason. You know what? The more I think about it, I've always tied myself to the people of the book. I'm telling you, now that I think about it, because Garnet Silk used to always talk about Zion and all this stuff, and I used to be so into that music. And now the more that I think about it, I'm like, bro, I've always been like this.
Hey, the beginning of his biggest song is the beginning of a Bible verse. Splash and Dashing is the beginning of Splash and Dashing is the Lord is my shepherd, I shall not want.
Garnet Silk is man, Garnet Silk. I know you know about Garnet Silk because you hang around with Mike, with our Mike, you not this Mike, but the other Mike. I know they were playing all that coming up.
You know it. You know it.
Ricardo says Garnet Silk was a family friend. Oh, okay, damn. Yeah, man.
Damn.
Garnet Silk, man. Garnet Silk. Bro,
Legend.
well, how
Legend.
he was? I know he wasn't 30. He was like 25, 26.
Yeah, he was real young.
Dang, bro. Can you imagine if he still was alive dropping music? Man. Bro, yeah, y'all don't know nothing about good music, man. So Nene sent me this, and this is so fitting, especially with the revelation that Mike let us know last week. So I had no idea. June is men's mental health month. I didn't know that. We need to promote that. That's what we need to start promoting. Men's mental health. And I'll just leave it at that. We need to promote that. So here we go. So three times as many men as women die by unaliving. Men are wrongly taught at a young age expressing emotion is weak. Men age 40 to 49 have the highest unaliving rate. God, that's crazy. Considering the fact that I'm 45, right in the middle of that, men age 40 to 49 have the highest unaliving rates. Wait, hold on.
You know why, right? Those are the also rans. When we say all the time that only 20% of men are getting all the babies, and only like 50% of men know how to get women, that other 50%, that's them. They got to that age where it was like, yo, I thought I was gonna have something. I thought escorts would fill the gap, but they don't.
So basically, the 40-year-old version living in his mom's basement.
No,
huh?
not even them. Not even them. See, that's.
I'm throwing shade, man. When you hear me say
cool.
stuff like that, I'm throwing shade. And
I
know
expect
exactly
it from Kevin, but you and Kevin been real tight lately, so I get it. That's what Kevin will have you all believe, that everybody's these little weirdos with Cheeto dust on their shirt and their mama. That's not them. There's dudes who at Fortune 500 companies. There's dudes who are managers. There's dudes who are high-level middle management. They just don't know how to talk to women, and women think they're, oh, he's creepy, or, ick. He gives me ick. And they just don't know how to talk to girls, and they really just nervous nerds who never developed. And these dudes are eating TV dinners, or you see them at a drive-through at McDonald's because that's all they really have. And they just get to a point when you've been on the earth for 4 decades, I'm going on 5, it's like it's never going to get any better. So that's why I feel for them. That's why I tell women, hey, there's some jewels out here that you can get. You got to polish them up, but it'll end up being the best thing ever. But I'm not going to get too deep because Trevor don't want me talking about women today. Y'all go ahead.
Might find a way to bring it back, but I'm glad you say that. Hold the pen there because I do want to come back to that. Something that shout out to Captain Azariah in the building. Let me finish reading through these. So this one got me though. Like the men age 40 to 49 have the highest unaliving rates, bro. I'm 45. Like when you think about it, that's crazy. Men report lower levels of life speak on it. Men report lower levels of life satisfaction than women. Men are less likely to seek medical help than women.
Sounds like Mike is right.
525,000 men every year, 10,096 men per week, 1,442 men every day, 60 men every hour, 1 man every 60 seconds dies by unaliving. That's insane. That's insane. but we have perfected talking about everything that don't mean anything to us, because it brings the views. It does. It brings the views. It brings the excitement. It brings the drama. People love to argue about it, but we got a bunch of crying men. And I think this post ends. It says men cry. Men have trauma. Men have insecurities. Men self-harm. Men have eating disorders. We definitely going to get to that. Men go to therapy. Thank God. Men have body issues. Men get abused. Oh God, we gonna touch on that one. Do not act like that doesn't happen. Men get heartbroken. Men feel things. Men need love and care. Men deserve support. It's not unmanly to struggle. Check on the men in your life. So, and they end with this: shout out to all the men suffering with their mental health, with no one to turn to as society taught men to master their emotions. We need to encourage men to speak up, not man up. Talking saves lives. And man, that's perfect. Shout out to the queen of the Straight Talk Society for sending me that, because we never address those issues. I mean, I try to address those on a weekly basis in the morning, but I never could get through it all. But brother, we need some help here. So man, hopefully you guys share out this video, man, because we gonna touch on some things today. Kev, I'm gonna just warn you ahead of time. Anything you want to say allegedly. Don't, because I know you got a lot of conspiracy when it comes to the food industry. So just say allegedly unless you could prove it.
Just tell him it's white food. Tell him it's white food. He'll be all right.
Sure.
I don't care what you say, as long as you say allegedly before it. So and we're not trying to we're not giving out no medical advice. We're not giving out no health advice, nothing like that. Just some dudes up here having a conversation. Yes, Keela, absolutely, allegedly. So Kev,
Nice
what do you think about what I just read about the men trauma?
Allegedly, I'm not really surprised. I'm not really surprised because a lot of people are liars. And by liars, I don't mean like they're doing it deliberately, or a lot of them are doing it deliberately, but they're lying in the ways that they're not really consistent or congruent to the truth. So like the truth of their matters. Like, for example, if you ask a dude if he's okay, or how are you feeling, he's gonna be like, I'm all right, even though his life is going down the drain. And or there's a lot of guys who just don't ask for help in general, which I could empathize with, because I'm not the type of person to ask for help. Even if I'm in like a desperate situation where I could use some extra cash, I'm the type of person to not ask. But in general, like, guys don't really have they don't really think to be vulnerable. So they just use different things to cope. So they might go to drugs, they might go to sports, they might, indulge in like alcohol and stuff like that. And also they don't really focus on self-development, which is the most important thing if you want to also keep a relationship. Because like I said, sometimes I meet people who don't even wash their ass, right? And then they expect to hold down a wife and family. Like, I know it's funny, but I meet a lot of people, a lot of men who don't take a shower, who stink, and they probably stink from depression, right? So yeah, I think that's one thing that women have that's above men, when it comes to their emotions, is like they're really good at just letting it go, like just let it out. Like they'll cry right there on the scene.
God,
and
you get on
crying,
my nerves.
I know. Well, hey, I'm sure they feel better afterwards. But me, like, and other men, we just hold it in until we crash out later on.
So E, what do you think about that? Ricardo, men were taught not to ask for help. So yeah,
I was literally reading his comment, and I was going to say facts. You know, growing up, everybody is told just hold it in, keep it in, be a man, tough it out, and stuff like that. And everybody has a boiling point. You know, you can hold that stuff in so to a point to eventually it just explode. So then when it explodes, people start to say, "Oh, he crazy, he this, he that." Sometimes, we give out signs and stuff, but it just doesn't get picked up, and we try to mask it a lot as well, just because of that whole, I don't know, what is it, pride or fear or whatever. It's probably a whole host of things, but we're not taught to uh, be vulnerable. We're not taught to seek help, because sometimes the fear comes in like, what are they going to say about, oh, I'm too soft or I'm this or whatever. But at the end of the day, we're all human, so we're gonna feel something. Because you ever see like the toughest person? I always looked at like these gang members and stuff like that. They're all at one point they get broken down and they shed a tear. You know what I mean? So that,
Normally when their partner dies.
there you go. Or the mom or some kid, you ain't that damn tough that you ain't got no feelings. You know what I mean? So I think we need to, I don't know, get creative or, just keep pushing that, trying to have that conversation with,
You get
your
on my
friend.
nerves, E.
Just trying to check on each other, man. Don't be afraid to say, hey, man, is everything okay? Are you okay? And,
Yeah.
sometimes it may take a while to get out, so.
I was thinking about this real quick because I got a two-parter from Mike. I was thinking about this real quick. There was TD Jakes when he was still good. He preached a sermon. He preached a sermon called "He Motions." And he was talking about how he went like this. This is to Mike's point. See, I'm okay with it. I'll give a dude credit for a bunch of time, but here we go. This is to Mike's point. He was sitting down with a guy that had just signed a new I was talking about like multi-million-dollar book deal. This guy was on the top of the world, and he was sitting at dinner talking to the guy, and he just looked at the guy and he was like, "Are you happy?" And the guy just looked at him and just started crying. He was like, "No." He said, I got everything now. I got women throwing themselves at me. I got all the money in the world. I got this and I got this. But no, I'm not happy. I got no sense of self-worth at all. And then Jake's talk about how the guy went and, put a gun in his mouth. This guy had just, bro, like this the stuff, like Mike would always say this, like I'm a mess it up, but he'll correct it. But he would always say we have broke mentality. Not that we are broke, but our mentality is broke. We don't know what it's like to be rich. We look at things from such a minuscule level, and people that really, really got money, they view things different. So when we see things like we see this guy with all these multi-million dollars and things like that, we like, man, he should be the happiest person in the world. There's nothing in the world he should be mad about. But nobody ever checked on that brother to see if he was alive. Nobody ever, happy, nothing like that. And the guy just went and offed himself, top of the world, offed himself. So two things, Mike, what do you think about the whole meme thing that I just read? And without going into too much detail, what led you to finally go to, take this journey?
First and foremost, both of those gentlemen, y'all getting on my nerves. Y'all went and danced and skitty bopped around the issue when we all know the reason. One of the main reasons why men are like that. But I'm gonna let it go since everybody acting like they don't know. I'll play along too.
Say it.
I'll play along too.
Say it.
Come on, Will Smith.
Well, their
Ain't no
moms
Will Smith.
raised them.
Dude, it's women. We all know that. Whether it's the mom raising them or it's women finding a new way to tell a man that he ain't a man. Did you know? You know what's the one I heard today? A girl told me, if a man sleeps in the front seat while another man is driving, he gay and he's sassy. They just make up anything a man do that don't make a woman happy is sassy, bro. And
or
I'm
damn near 300 pounds. I can't fit in the back seat.
Come on, bro.
You ever thought about that one?
But I'm gonna go lay down in the back. I tried to lay in my mama back seat. My knees was all in the back. I couldn't get comfortable. It was the worst. But if I sleep on the passenger side, oh, he's sassy, bro. That's what it is. Because and I want to link that to the other thing you said about the guy. Men are told.
Oh, real quick, Mike. Ricardo, you could come up, man. The link in the chat that we just kicking the breeze today. All right, go ahead, Mike.
Men are told, don't chase women, chase money. Chase a check, chase being better, and then they'll come. That's not right either. That's what that athlete was showing you, the one you were talking about. You have to chase happiness. That's why you're supposed to chase the career that's for you. That's why you have to. That's why whenever people talk trash about Ricky Williams, I used to be like, nah, y'all are wilding.
Oh, he
This
happy
man,
now. That
this
joker
man,
happy.
what? That man is happy, looking like the oldest hobo, but he smiles everywhere. Man, you could have been the greatest of football. He didn't want to be. The
Peace.
man got the money and got out and got joy. That is what life is. He got the money. He got him his one little white woman, and he off the grid. That's what he
Oh, boy,
wanted.
here you
Y'all keep.
go.
Oh look,
Hey,
that just took
I'm
a
just being
level.
honest. I'm being
Left
honest.
Uh-oh.
turn.
Y'all running
Uh-oh.
out. They tell us in society, go after the money, go after the money. You chase so hard after the money because you want the woman. You chase hard after the money. Guess what happens when you get money? The type of women that want the man that got the money are the worst women in the world.
Yes.
They are horrible. Any woman, yo,
What's your definition of money?
green. In America, it's green slips of paper that are supposed to be backed up by the treasury,
My
but
bad.
really aren't.
What
You
is
you know
your
what I'm trying to do, Mike. Don't fall for it.
what's
You
what's
know this.
what's your what's
Oh
the
no,
word?
I want to
cotton.
fall for it. So when I
No, no,
break it and dust it in his face, he got to go cry in the corner.
don't
Sure.
What's
fall
up now?
for it because he'll derail us. He'll derail
You
us.
know what?
Don't
You're
let him
right.
do
You're
it.
right. I ain't
Don't let
falling
him
for
do
it.
it.
I didn't ask no questions when you were talking. Hush up. So back to what I was saying.
You need this why I'm going to therapy because of this.
Because of me. This
So
it's
Mike, are you talking about one what is it? One avenue of the mental health spectrum there when it relates to I guess men?
I'm saying everything that you guys brought up can be linked to being raised by women or chasing after women. But that's what we're told we're supposed to
Okay.
be. Because guess what? We're told by men. What are we told by men? You the
Man,
man if you could
yeah,
get the baddie.
yeah,
You the man,
man
you
up,
got
yeah.
the baddie.
Mm,
I got a
okay.
home. Matter of fact, one of my favorite jokes back in the day was told by this West Coast dude, and he was like, he was like, dudes don't judge you off of the car you got, they judge you off of the baddest, how bad your chick is. And and here's the funny part. Because of him, and I'm not blaming him, it's just when you're young, you're influenced by certain things. When I was young, I was influenced by poetic justice when Janet Jackson told Tupac, "Ill, you can't even keep your nails clean." Now, because of him, because of that one stupid scene in the movie, every time I go on the Dollar Tree, I buy the 5-pack of Emery board so I got something to clean my nails wherever I'm at.
Shout out to the greatest Honda Civic ever made.
Come on, bro.
Justice.
Come on, bro. You know what I'm saying?
Yo, that hatchback was
Oh
hey,
man.
But I'm just showing y'all how everything in society can affect a man. That affected me. You feel me?
Hmm.
Now, damn, that threw me. What was I saying before that? Dang it. I hate ADHD. It sucks.
well, because I want you to go to the therapy because I'm gonna ask you another question later
Yeah,
on.
this
But
leads to that.
I got a
What did I say
question
just
too.
before that?
Well, you was talking about how the dude told you about doesn't matter about the car, just the baddie, the baddest chick that you have. That's what
Right.
you meant. That's what we
So
judge you
because
by.
of that, thank you. So because of that,
I be
in my
listening, bro.
mind, I told myself, because before I heard that joke, I had been telling myself, "Hey man, I'm just gonna be content. I'm gonna get me a regular. Let me get me a girl who's a 5. Either her face is nice and the body's trash, or the face is trash and the body's fire. Like I just need to get a balance, or the face is eye and the body's eye. I just need a little balance." And when he said that, I told myself, I ain't getting no less than a B plus. People have heard me tell that joke. You can say what you want. I need me at least a B plus. Like, because in my mind, there's too many fine women out here that I can't pull one. And that's not even what it's supposed to be about. Because last time, hey, any man who's honest will tell you the majority of fine women you meet are horrible human beings. I should have been, and it's vice versa. The majority of good looking guys are horrible too. That's not what we're supposed to be looking for. You're supposed to be looking for compatibility. You're supposed to be looking for morals. You're supposed to be looking for if this woman is the person you want to raise and have your children. You want to look, you want to decide, is this the mentality you want your child maybe to have? Because if she favors more the mom than you might have to deal with that. So why are we looking at her bra size and how tight the apple bottoms are? Like, that's not what's most important.
I thought we were talking about men.
We're talking about men choices. Shut up. So back to what I'm saying, because of this mentality, I had to break that mentality, because I lucked into a pretty girl who just happens to have the morals. I lucked into it. And I've realized I'm not gonna keep her happy unless I make a better version of me. And that's where therapy came in. You see, I tied it together.
That's the most mature thing Mike ever said.
So you got better because of a woman.
I like that, Mike. Kev, I was good.
I like that.
Yeah, Kev, you remember when I said I'm gonna ask him something later?
I got something for that. I got something for that.
Don't worry about that. Don't even worry about that.
I got something for that.
Talk yourself right into it.
Trev, do you remember the viral thing I said in the first time you and I were on when you interviewed me, the first time I was online with you? Do you remember the viral thing I said?
That's when we were talking about Lil' Kim and
No. I'll remind you. You asked me, Michael, I said, yes, Trev. Do you think women should submit to men? And I said, no. A wife should submit to her husband. And all of a sudden, the women that hated me were like, oh, snap. Oh, that's real. And I said, yeah, there's no way in the world every woman should submit to every man. She don't know you, Negro. She don't know you, crazy white man. And all of a sudden, women were like, oh, Mike isn't a misogynist. He might not be that bad, blah, 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 blah. Well, guess what? Here, because it's not that a woman saved me. It's the right woman made it worth me saving myself. Bars.
So I remember, shout out to Wayne, when we had the episode where we talked about Jonathan Major. That's his name?
Yeah.
And he was doing the acceptance speech, and he was talking about how Megan Good saved his life and things like that. Oh my God, did Wayne just eviscerate this guy? Now, in all fairness, I cannot remember what Mike said, but what I am hearing now, what I've been hearing for the past 20 minutes, seems like all I've ever been saying, that this woman is now making Mike a better version of himself. Now, he could turn around and be like, oh, it's because I'm making myself right for her. No, she's the catalyst as to why you're doing this, because I don't believe if she hadn't come into the picture that you would be making these steps. Am I right or right?
Well, you can't say the same thing twice.
I try to come on, Mike. Get it out, Mike.
You see what he doing? You see what he doing?
Get it out, Mike. Come on,
hey,
Mike.
You acting like right or right. He acting like he in my team.
Get it out, Mike. Come on, Mike.
I would like to believe Mike is doing it for himself. And
yes, obviously he's doing it for himself. And like bravo for every change that he's making in his life. But I've always said it. There has to have been a catalyst to make you want to do it. If you find out you have heart disease because of years of smoking cigarettes, I'm pretty sure you're probably going to stop smoking cigarettes, correct? There had to have been some type of catalyst. And I'm saying,
you want to know my catalyst, Trevor?
I'm saying this pretty young lady and your daughter, because we can't leave her out, is the one that's making the better version of you.
You want to know what my catalyst is, Trevor?
Go ahead.
Just say it's me.
Talk yourself, young man.
It's the same thing, but the wrong one brought you down and the right one brought you up.
I'm going to tell you what my catalyst is. I've looked into the eyes of a woman who loves me and cherishes me, and I see what I do for her, and I want nothing more than to do the same thing. I want nothing more than for her to see what she does for me.
You see how wicked
that mirror to work, I need to be a better version of me.
You see how wicked Mike is? He won't just come out and be like, yeah, you're right. Shout out to Eddie Israel in the building. I'm telling you, and ain't nothing wrong. Ain't nothing wrong with what he's saying.
Hey, check this out. We've been on this thing for what? How
2 years.
No, and Trevor still can't say Mike is right. It kills him every time. So you expect me to do it?
Mike
I've been
Mike
right
would
15
not.
times on this show already. You ain't say Mike is right once.
Mike literally just danced around everything I said. He just went all around the whole damn
I didn't. I answered your
racetrack
question. I answered your question.
and didn't be like, yeah. It's nothing wrong with. If you ask any dude in the chat right now, you ask Ricardo, what makes him want to be a better version of himself? His wife is the catalyst to that.
The light in his wife's eyes as she sees the man that he is. You're reflecting yourself through the eyes of a woman that loves you. What is it? It is not our darkness, it is our light. What was that? You know that saying? It's us that shines to make ourselves better, per Kevin. Kevin told me that. Now back up off me.
Cliff with the bars. Look at Cliff. I guess he did need a hug.
Co-signing.
Hey, Cliff. That's your best comment, Cliff.
Yeah. That's
your best comment.
Cliff got him with that one. Because they used to always say, "Oh yeah, Mike just need a hug." Hey, so let's move on here.
I want to make a comment.
Oh, go ahead.
Yeah, I want to be happy about all that. Well, it's definitely an improvement because that's not Mike from 2 years ago or even last week. But yeah, man. I just hope you're doing it for yourself as well, mainly because if she's not in the picture, no, you didn't. Because I'm hoping if she's not in the picture, you'll still like try to improve yourself. But all right, carry on.
There you go.
I'm gonna let you have that.
So according to the CDC, I know everybody loves to hate the CDC. You love them when it supports your argument, but you hate them otherwise. So according to the CDC, black men have the lowest life expectancy of any major demographic group in the U.S. Average of 67.3 years. Let's talk about that. Think about this. I always talk about my old production manager where I used to work. He'd always come to me with a ruler, and he'd just stretch it out, and he'd be like, "How old are you now?" However old I was at the time, probably about 35 or something like that. So I'm like, just say I'm 35, and he'd be like, "Okay, well, your life expectancy of a man is 72." And then he said, "And you're black, so let me lower it down even more." He lowered it to like 69. At the time, I'm like, boy, this is pretty messed up. But then when I think about it, he's not lying. He's not off. And then he's like, so you've lived this much of your life. This is your life expectancy. What are you going to do with the rest of your life? And for some reason, I always think about that ruler thing. And every now and then I find myself looking at the ruler and I'm like, man, after every passing year, I'm like, am I on track? Am I doing the things that I want to do? Am I spiritually, emotionally, financially, am I in the level that I need to be at? So 67.3. I mean, most of our parents are that age. My dad is 66, and my dad just had a major health scare. So when you look at that, you're like, oh my goodness, what do you think about that? 67.3 years. And and it's funny because the Bible tell you the Bible give you 70 years as a righteous man, so it's not that far off. But what do you think about 67.3 years?
I think that's sad, very sad. It looks like it was higher previous years, and it has fallen down. There's so many factors that can contribute to that. You know, but I just think it's heartbreak. And I know in other countries it's a lot higher. But again, we have so many factors that play into that, especially as a black human being or a black male in this corporation, because this is not a country, but that's another argument. So
Bars.
but yeah, that's tough, man. That's really sad, and we need to change that like yesterday.
So, well, I'm gonna give some contributing factors, but Kev, what do you think, man? 67 and 0.3. And again, I'm 45. I always use me. I'm 45.
If it's average, then yeah, I say that sounds about right. If we're talking about America, are those American statistics?
The CDC, yes, yeah. America.
Gotcha. Okay. Yep. That sounds about right. Yeah, man. A lot of people of our skin color neglect their health. A lot of them don't even exercise. So I mean, um, to in my opinion, I feel like we're supposed to be living past
Oh
100.
snap!
Exactly.
Oh
Oh
snap!
snap! Oh my goodness! Look who
Roar.
came to work. What's up, Wayne?
What up, King?
What up, fellas?
MIR number
G,
5. What up, my G?
Ah,
Mike,
Oh,
Trev, Kev, what's
Sheesh.
happening? Everybody
What
good?
up, bro? Full
What
house.
up, what up?
oh my goodness, man! I didn't think you were gonna show up for this one, but all right, that's what's up, man. So go ahead, Kev.
Nice. Okay. Yeah, I'm gonna keep it short. But yeah, a lot of people don't. A lot of people of our colors don't exercise. They think the wrong things are are good for you. So, for example, people will be like, "Oh, there's nothing wrong with having a little alcohol. You know, nothing wrong with smoking." And and of course, we get really emotional. So instead of hashing things out, you know, not sorry, verbally, you know, it always escalates. I mean, shoot, Trevor showed me a video of what was going around his house, and I think it was a baby shower he showed me that went wrong.
Yeah.
Yeah, it was a whole baby shower of black people screaming and punching each other and yelling and this and that. And I'm like, man,
they love to say in moderation.
right. And luckily the police were there, even though people want to say defund the police, but yeah, it's the negativity that is keeping people down. So you know, as
But
long as
Kev, these numbers aren't reflective of any other way, but just health related.
health related, yeah, I mean
Yeah.
stress can affect your health as well. Yeah, so I mean if you can't if you're not the type of person to hash out your problems without it escalating, then yeah, you're gonna be stressed out because you're always looking behind your back. So yeah, everything I said, it all connects together, is what I'm trying to say.
Mike, what do you think about this, man? 667. Just keep it in perspective. Like I say, my dad is 66. 67.3 is the average life expectancy of black men according to the CDC. And by the way, the only one who's lower than that is the AINI, American Indian Native. I forget what the last I means, but they have a mortality rate of like 58. So they're even worse off than us. No, the Alaskan something, but whatever.
Inuits.
Yeah, whatever they are, but their mortality rate is even worse than ours. But 67, man, 67. That's when I mean Morgan Freeman just turned what 90 yesterday, something like that, 88, something like that. But you know, I've always said since we've been on the show, you look at family reunions, you don't see Big Dad, you don't see your grandfathers there, or you don't see the old men there because they all died. So when you see a stat like this, it says 67.3% on average is our life expectancy. What do you think about that?
Well, first, I have to fight against an injustice. When I start talking, everybody's like, "Oh, we knew Mike was gonna bring it to women." When Kevin started talking, nobody said he's gonna bring it to hating black culture. Nothing.
Oh yeah, I hate black culture.
Nobody
I,
gonna say, but
I'll
nobody
say it.
said anything. That's all I'm saying. They say it when it's me. All right, I'll let it go. So, and secondly, I like to say it is wonderful to see that the level of rightness has risen on the show. Welcome, my brother Black Lion, and to move into the my G and to move into the point, I will say this: being a black man in America is one of the hardest things, if not the hardest thing to exist as. If we're not running
Facts.
from stereotypes, running from disrespect, and trying not to let ourselves fall into the trap of, oh, that man said something, we rock him, and oh, now here go the police, and now here go this, and that. It's like sharks everywhere we go, and and there's no land anywhere. They also poison our food. Like when you hear about all the
Mm,
stuff that they add the additives to, it's always stuff that black people eat. You don't see them adding additives to eggplant.
mm.
Eggplant seems to be
Soul
fine.
food.
You know what I'm saying?
So
It's
why
always
so
soul
why
food
don't
they
black
putting the
people eat it though?
poisons in.
Why don't
Black
black people
people,
eat it?
black people are trained. I don't want to say trained. That sounds crazy. But black people,
Train.
nah, it's trained. Yeah, we're trained to eat what we believe. Hey, if we haven't, if we people are still feeling victimized from slavery, you think the food changed? People are still eating, and I can't say nothing because the country my people come from, they do the same thing, and they were fighters. We fought and went up in the mountains, and we still eat, and that's where we got jerk chicken from, because jerk chicken was made because we didn't have a lot of places we could cook, and we had to like cover it, so we didn't want a lot of smoke to go out, so the slave masters would find us. You know, a little history for y'all out there. That's where jerk chicken came from. Jamaicans ain't letting go of jerk chicken, and black people ain't letting go of smothered pork chops. It's just what it is, and it's sad because jerk chicken doesn't hurt us, and because in Jamaica we actually eat chicken. It's like real chicken, not like the crap they serve here. It's the poisons that America puts in their food. It's killing us.
He said. He said they actually eat chicken.
Yeah, the views represented by those on the panel does not reflect those of Mr. Straight Talk.
Allegedly. Hey, you know what? Hey, anybody that has been to Jamaica, go to the KFC in Jamaica.
Oh, totally different.
Oh boy.
Okay then. And you know why? Because in the government of Jamaica, just like other governments, that's what black people don't ever read the small print. When you go to other countries, the reason the food tastes different is because those governments, they have in the contract that they're not only bringing the food from America, they're getting food from their own country. They're getting food from countries that they trust. So Jamaica gets their chickens from Jamaica. It's not American.
Most fast food chains do that.
No, most fast food chains get their stuff from the crappiest, especially in America, from the lowest, whatever the highest yield of money they're gonna get. They don't go for quality, they go for quantity. And Jamaica happens to be one of the countries that go for quality. That's why KFC in Jamaica is around the corner down the block. KFC in America got 5 old white guys in it.
You can go on YouTube or anywhere right now and just type in like KFC in Jamaica and watch the reactions to people that eat it for the first time.
See, when Trevor start backing me up, you know it's real. So this is what I'm trying to tell y'all. They're the ones making it this way. They're the ones doing this. They're the ones paying farmers not to grow good food. They're the ones paying farmers to overgrow corn so it can be made into syrupy, crappy sugar and put into everything.
But Mike, did I make you eat the sauce? Did I make you eat the pork chops?
First of all, I have no idea what sauce is.
Well, I'm not talking about you. I'm just saying.
No. I was making
shalom,
a joke.
shalom.
I was making a joke. I just found out what sauce was the other day.
Because Keela put sauce in the thing, which is why I said it. But did I make you eat the sauce?
No, and you know what? You're 100% right. I'm not fighting you. I'm not. There's no. You know, I'm the highest level of accountability. I believe in accountability first. It's hard. That's why me and Kevin get along, because I'm like, yo, sometimes you're right. But it's people, and Wayne knows this. People get locked into a certain mentality, and it's very difficult to break out a whole demographic. It's easier to break out people.
Tradition.
Yeah, it's easier to break a person out. It's harder to break out a group. And especially with this world that believes in nothing but propaganda, Wayne will tell you they don't start pumping racist propaganda until there's a Republican in office. When there's a Democrat in office, all of a sudden it's, hey man, stuff is good over here. Nobody died from racism today and everything. As soon as a Republican get in office, oh my God, a woman at Walmart said the N-word. Like, you know what I'm saying? That's happening all over the place. It happens all the time. It's propaganda. It's what they do. So it's difficult, especially, and let's be clear, Popeye's got a deal every week. Every week is, hey man, we got 52 pieces of dark meat for 35 cents. You know what I'm saying? Poor black people gonna run to that. Poor white people run to it too. That's what people don't like to talk about. Poor white people, their health is just as crappy as ours. If there wasn't so much affluent whites, it would be their age of dying would be lower too. It's because there's so many more affluent whites who eat eggplant, who eat string beans, who eat stuff that's grown in Napa. But poor whites are just as horrible as we are. Please believe.
I put this chart I thought it was our group, but it wasn't. It was another one today where I showed a chart about the disparities between black and white. And I'm like, the white people actually were catching hell more. And the only reason I put it in there was to make a point that they suffer too.
Oh yeah.
They lead in insurance fraud. They're the biggest recipients of welfare. So
Yes.
I'm not putting this, you know, I focus more on the black when we're doing these shows, but I'm saying when in regards to the food that we eat, and we're from the islands, so yeah, our food is different because our grandmothers went out there, caught the chicken, wrung his neck. Now you can't even do that. You have to put their heads in that thing and do it the humane way. So it's just ridiculous. But so our food is different. I'm just and Mike was going there, but he detoured a little bit. Popeyes don't give you no deals like that. You more get those from like a Church's or something like that. Popeyes expensive as hell.
I meant Church's. My bad. I meant Church's.
So Church's will give you like 900 pieces of chicken for $20, and black folks flock to that. It's like and I don't disagree with anything Mike's saying about them putting something in the food, because you know I say that all the reason why our men are switching around the way they are, because something's being altered with. But
allegedly.
For all people listening, when Trevor says I don't disagree, he's really saying he agrees with me. He just can't get his mouth to make those words, but that's what it means. Continue.
So hold on, Mike. So let me ask you, because Mike was going there, and I wanted him to continue. But how do you break that cycle where us as people, we run to the 99-cent value meal because it's what we could afford? We go to the processed canned foods because it's what we could afford, whereas other races of people, they don't do that. They don't, you know, they'll cook more, they'll do anything. What needs to happen to stop us from doing that? Because we're dying. I haven't even given y'all the stats yet. Why I want to do this.
There's two ways to stop it, and they're literally the antithesis of each other. We either need to unify so we can control our own narrative and can control what knowledge we learn as a unit, or we need to become MD and separate and start only taking care of ourselves, going to get our own information. Those are the only two ways, because we're half-stepping. It can't happen, because there'll always be somebody that's like everything that I think.
That's good.
Thank you. Everything that Mike is right. Everything that I think, before I go and I spread it to the masses, I run to somebody who I know doesn't agree with me. Usually it's Wayne. I'll be like, what do you think about this? And then Wayne will be like, man, hold up, da-da-da-da-da. And then we'll argue about it for 5-10 minutes, and then we'll come to a consensus, and now we got something we're rolling with. But most people don't fact check themselves. Most people they just look for corroborative evidence. Most people go like a woman will be like, man ain't shit, right? And then she'll look to her friend who just got dumped. Man ain't shit, right? She'll be like, yeah, man ain't shit. And now they believe all men ain't shit. They talking about two guys. You see what I'm saying?
He can't help himself.
I can. It's just funny to make you say it.
Look at this message from brother Asha. It says, what's cold in a lot of cases, the same veggies are more inexpensive than fresh than canned. Absolutely, Cap. We started going to the farmer's market, and I thought that we were going to spend a grip there. So much cheaper, and the stuff is so much better. I mean, you even got my daughter asking me, hey, when we going back to the farmer's market?
Hey, are the farmer's market next to the hood?
Well, no. Well, no. Actually, there is one. Actually, there is one that they just opened in the hood, and it's affordable because everything's in there 99 cents. So,
you heard what you just said? There is one.
You got to start somewhere. I get what you said. I get your point. I get your point. Because there's more liquor stores, there's more McDonald's, there's more Burger Kings, there's more Popeyes, there's more KFCs than healthy food markets. You got no disagreement at all with me. But how do you fix it? How do you fix it?
I told you have to either come together so we control our own self. We either have to like that's what me and Wayne talk about. It's like everybody believes anything that anyone says. We're so susceptible. So either there needs to be a come together moment where we all decide, look, we're going to filter things ourselves. We're going to come together. Before we believe anything anyone else says, we're going to run it through our own Negro watch cycle of knowledge. And if it don't make sense, we're going to kick it out. Like when they were doing that whole, they're going to free Derek Chauvin. You remember when that was going around? Hey, we're going to release it just to try to get black people to get mad so they can get the military out here and beat us up. And what black people did, they was like, "Hey, black people, don't fall for that. We ain't tripping off that. Let them focus on the
Distraction.
deporting. Let them focus on deporting the Hispanics who voted for Trump. We gonna stay here and we gonna be cool and we gonna relax. That's what we gonna do. We need that. We need people who, okay, the closer we have to it is Black Twitter, but even that's not all encompassing. But we need our own. Is either a unified, separate knowledge base of just us. Hey, we looked this up and we realized they full of crap. We ain't falling for that. Or we need to be separate and do it ourselves as families. That's the only way it could work.
That falls in the play of it's the U.S. is systematically, obviously, we know, oppressed to keep. It's their system. I mean, there's so many factors when it comes to us having this low life expectancy, social economics, health disparities, access to healthcare, racial discrimination, and ultimately lifestyle choices. I think we need to get back to, like some of these cultures, cooking some home cooked meals and stuff. Most of everything now is in America. I need it now. We got that now mentality. That's why everything is fast food. If you want to go to, say, for instance, let's go like diabetes type 2. There's a lot of homeless people. If you go and try to feed the homeless like breakfast, like I do, a lot of them will tell you no when it comes to giving them donuts, obviously because, mm, you know. And look at the cheapest foods, these dollar stores. They pop them up in the black neighborhoods like they're candy stores. You know, that's what's being seen as accessible. The number one cause of amputees in America is what? Type 2 diabetes. You're telling me somebody that's living in a house, someone that's living in a car, got a good job, suffering from something that a homeless person is suffering from? That needs to change. But it's, again, what are they doing in Okinawa or uh, Japan that people are living to 100? The average life expectancy there is over 100. You're dying in your sleep. What are they doing that we're not doing over here in the States? Obviously, like I said, you got so many different factors that's causing that. The food here, they got damn, oh, this is organic, this is this is GMO and all. We didn't have all that stuff years ago. Good. Another thing, when did seeded fruits and vegetables, well, I take that back, not fruits and vegetables. When did seeded fruits, because it's not considered a actual fruit unless it has a seed in it.
You gonna
When
make me
did
go to
that
the Bible?
stop?
Don't do it. Don't do it.
When did that? I can go
You
there
gonna
with
make
you.
me
I
go
can
to
go
the
there with
Bible?
you.
You know
But
when it stopped when they can make money off it. Duh.
Hey,
but
I just
exactly.
wanted to pause you 1 minute. You was talking about
Go
like
ahead.
the Chinaman. When
Mhm.
did how come they live
Japanese.
to 100? How do they live to 100 and everything? Because they send all their bad shit over here. I was talking to
Japanese.
this
Japanese,
girl one
Japanese.
time, a Japanese, whatever. I was all right,
Well,
Japanese.
not whatever,
I
but
was I was saying I was talking to this girl one time and I was like, yeah, I'm about to go get me some Chinese food or something like that. And then when I got it, she's like, what's that? I said, Chinese food. She said, we don't eat that shit over there. She said, what
Of
is
course
that?
not.
She
They
was
don't
like,
eat.
that's not what our food looks like. We don't use all that oil and all that stuff. That's what we sell to you guys. I'm
Right,
like,
just like the
huh?
fortune cookie.
I'm like, what?
And the
Bro,
egg
so
roll.
they send all their
Exactly.
crap. They send all our crap to us because we're the dumpster of the world. We're the
Yep.
Exactly.
dumpster of the world. I did want to read this one comment from Ash. I didn't want to cut you off though. E, but I got, and
No,
I
go
want
ahead.
to hear from Wayne too, because I want to move on to a couple more points, and I do got some videos. Got to break out of the psychological barriers that tell you're not allowed to travel outside the habitat, brother.
Facts.
Facts.
Most people that look like us haven't been out of their city.
Facts.
And that's just what it is. All right, go ahead and finish, E, so I can get
Nah,
hear from
yeah,
Wayne.
that what you just said. Because like if you travel, like I went to Colombia, I went to several different countries, and they don't even know what the hell. I just asked them one time. I was like, "Hey, y'all got the seedless stuff?" They don't even know what the hell that is. I woke up every morning. That's why I like to travel too. I go and I try different cultures, different foods and stuff like that. But they don't even know what that is. For example, in Bogota, Colombia, I walked in. I did a walking tour going into a farmer's market. This was in it was an enclosed farmers market. I was damn near about a quarter of a mile away. They opened the door. Instantly, I got punched in the face with the smell of fruit and vegetables. I go to a farmer's market here. I can tell you where all of them are, from Coconut Grove to damn Palm Beach. I can damn near be in the farmer's market and can't smell a damn thing. Nothing smell, no aroma of anything of fruit, of vegetables, or anything like that.
You know why, right?
So of course, of
Money.
course, of course.
They get their stuff early so it doesn't ripen right, so it can have a higher shelf life.
Wayne, man, you ain't been here
Yo,
forever, and boy, this ain't the one I thought you was gonna come in on. But what?
I'm
What?
Return of
trying.
the
I'm
Black
trying. I'm trying
Lion.
to. I'm gonna try and make the last couple, man. I told myself I'm gonna try and make the last couple. A few
What?
things. Oh,
Yeah,
go
go
ahead.
ahead.
No, a few things. About the whole health disparity of black men. I think when you said the age of 67, I think it was at 71, and I think after COVID
Yep,
it went down. That's because it went down. So
yep.
let's make sure we get
Facts,
those facts right. Had nothing to
facts.
do with men lifestyle, anything like that. It
Yeah.
dropped because of COVID. Okay.
Is
Number
Over
two,
71
that.
good? Is 71 good, Wayne?
I'll
Yeah.
take 71 though. I'll take 71 because
Okay,
Cool.
you can only go up from there though. You can only go up from there.
fair enough.
I'll take 71 for black men coming from heart disease and stuff and lack of information. But I think black men are moving forward. If you look around, I think we are doing things and recognizing that we do have that low life expectancy. So if you look around, you see a lot of black men in the gym groups. As far as therapy, you see a lot of black guys having business sessions or man talk sessions, events where men are getting together and sharing information, all type of things. If you just do a research, also when it comes to health and food, I think also it's about applying the information. We live in the information era.
Hmm.
You walk around with a computer in your hand every day. It's about applying the information. It's a
Bars.
lie that you can. It's a lie that you can't go in the grocery store and spend $20 and get a good meal. Okay, you can go get you a pack of chicken breast or a pack of turkey, grounded turkey meat. Okay, you can go get you some plain oatmeal, get you some strawberries or some blueberries, throw it in there. It's all about the information that you apply and just want to reach out to the information. So the fact that black folk ain't got no money, so we got to go get that number 10 from McDonald's. Number 10 from McDonald's is fucking $20 right now. What are we talking about?
Facts,
You ain't
What,
joking.
facts.
so what are we talking about? So you can go in the grocery store, any
Hmm.
grocery store. You don't have to be a farmer's market. It's just understanding the information and how to shop on the budget and eat clean, right? You can go
Choices,
and get
choices.
choices. Exactly. It's about the choices that you can make. You could take 50 or $100 and buy a week worth of grocery and it's clean. Tilapia, you might not like it, whatever, but it's a better choice than going to get a burger. You can go and get ground turkey
Hmm.
meat. You can go and get chicken breast, boneless, skinless chicken breast. Okay, that's your protein. That's three proteins for the week. That's gonna keep you on the $30 right there. Your meal prep. Okay, go get you some fresh veggies. And if you want to, you want to throw some jasmine rice in there, some brown rice in there, boom, you're good to go. Get some olive oil. Another thing, black men, okay, talk to your
Hmm.
wife or your woman about cooking better. How about that?
Hmm.
How about stop being so scared when she go in there and fry chicken? Black baby, we gotta lay off on the fried chicken. That's another thing. Black
Hmm.
men don't want to talk to their black women, and black women be like, well, I don't cook all that. This is what I know how to cook. Well, baby, look, we gotta sit down and figure out how to make better choices. You
Get ass
understand
on
what I'm saying?
YouTube, bruh.
You understand? Start packing your lunch every day. It's just information. That's all it is. It's not lack of information, it's applying the information. That's it. But we do have men that I heard E say something about culture, which is true. That's a great point. And all you made great points. I believe the culture is shifting to that. I believe the culture is and I speak for black men. I believe the culture is shifting to uh awareness of health, awareness of mental
Mm-hmm.
health. More black men are taking therapy now than they ever did before. Black men are going to the
Mm-hmm.
doctors now than they ever did before. So I'm looking, I see the numbers are going up, and the research that I've done that black men are taking the steps to doing better for themselves. Third, I will never, ever, ever tell a black man that his happiness and his success should ever link to a woman. Never. He should never do that.
I
Why
was
do I
wondering.
know that?
I was
He
wondering when
should
he
I
came
knew that
he
was
in.
should
coming.
never
I was
he should
wondering when
never
he
do it.
came in. I didn't know. I didn't know that.
Because if she comes out to turn out to be a piece of shit, then what? What are you gonna do? Go back to being a piece of shit? Here's my.
Hey,
You should never do that. You should
hey.
always. And I'm
Come
not
on,
talking about.
Wayne.
I'm just speaking for myself. I'm speaking
Oh,
for
the good old
myself.
days.
You do it for yourself first at the end of the day, because that's how, number
Oh,
one, you stay consistent, because consistency is everything when it comes to health, when it comes to gym, when it comes to your mentalness. You're working on yourself. You should work on yourself first, then approach that woman and be the best of yourself. You understand?
Facts.
You shouldn't be down, and then she comes in and is like, well, yeah, man, she raised me, she helped me to be the better man that I am. I hate that. I hate that. She made me be the better man.
I
But then
heard
that's
that from
not
a
you.
woman too.
That's not who you exactly. Women are not even turned on to that. Like, that's
Mm-hmm.
crazy, because that's not even you. That's not you. If you're doing it for
Sound like
if you're
somebody I
doing
know.
it for somebody else, and you're doing
You
it
a
for a
lie.
woman, that is not you. That is it's who you are is who you took out the time to build for yourself, and then coming into that relationship, you stay that person. And if that woman be like, well, baby, let's chill today, it's like, all right, look, but I'm going to the gym, sweetie, because that's my routine. Now, if you want to join me, we can go. You know what I'm saying? But like I said, man, you do it for a woman, then like I say, if she turns out and break your heart and she leave and y'all break up, and then what? Like, that's how suicides. That's why a lot of men kill themselves, because they pour their life into the woman. My life is because this woman. And then if the woman leaves, if the woman cheat, he puts a bullet in his head. Don't do it. It's ridiculous.
all
So
right,
you
That's
know,
so
right, Wayne. Say that
Wayne,
again.
Mm.
You
Let
should
me
not
let
do
me
it for
say
who?
two things.
hold
I
on,
don't. I
hold
know.
on.
I
I
know
gotta turn
Kevin's
my
trying
ad
to
rev
change the
off.
narrative,
Hold on.
but I never said it was because of my woman. That's what Trevor wanted me to say. I
I say
didn't
nothing.
say it. That's one.
fair.
And
No,
number
that
two,
wasn't toward anybody. It
no,
wasn't
no, no.
toward.
That was
That's
to
just me,
Kevin,
my
not you.
perspective.
That was to
Okay.
Kevin, not you. That wasn't
Yeah,
to
I
you.
go
was I
And
wasn't
number
talking about
two,
you, bro.
the words expressed by the Black Lion are wholly accepted and followed and stamped by the MIR collective. All five of us ride together. Black Lion forever. Thank you, sir.
All right, I had to turn off my ad rev because Wayne don't know how to say unaliving. All
Oh,
right,
my bad.
so
My bad. But that was on me. That was on
so
me. My
Wayne,
bad.
I mean, you were going, so I didn't want to stop you. But to your point about the grocery store, I totally 1,000,000% agree. They would always teach us that if you shop on the outsides of the
Yeah,
grocery store,
it's
that's
there.
that's where
Yeah,
that's where you're gonna get all your healthy stuff. Is when you
yeah, it's
start
there.
going down, that's when you start going down the aisles.
Hmm.
That's where all the process that's where all the processed food is.
Yeah,
So
and you can
I
keep it
million
simple
percent agree.
now.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, and now they make it simple for you, even with information. Like, and it all depends on who you allow yourself to receive information from. There's this guy who has a page that I follow. He talks about health, and he keeps it simple. The more ingredients, the less the worse it is as far as health.
Yep.
Just
Facts.
start from there. You know what I mean? So, and again, it's just like, well, I don't want to drink that soda, and I don't want to drink diet soda. Okay, go get you sparkling water. You know what I mean? Go get you some sparkling water, or just drink water. I mean, but it's there. It's available. It's there in the grocery stores. You just gotta do the work and apply the information, read the information, and it'll cost you just as much as you would spend at a fast food restaurant. And again, like I say, I think meal prep is number one. I think as black folks, especially black men, get into meal prep, especially if you work during the week. I think meal prep is essential, man. But
Yeah,
it's there, bro, and you can
that
keep it
that
simple.
that take up the majority of my Sundays. To curb that soda craving though, I got this actually right here. Got this I drink a lot of mushroom coffee, but I got this thing here, got a bunch of key limes in there, ice and water, and I just
There you
drink
go,
about
my brother.
drink
There you
about
go.
4 or 5.
Detoxing.
Oh,
Detoxing.
yeah, I tell you,
Yeah.
listen, man, I'm not
Yes.
rocking with you on the vegan thing. We gonna get to that now, but
Oh, yeah,
I'm
yeah.
not rocking with you on
You,
that, but
you,
I did want to Wayne, because it's crazy, because they'll say a Wayne can't do a show like this because he can't find a way to bash the one. He still found a way to do it, but he did it in such a righteous way. But it was great. Like
Oh no, it's not bashing women. It's just that I just don't I just don't think a man should contribute his what he does in life as far as elevating himself to a woman. That's crazy. I just think that's
happy,
crazy. You should do it to
ha,
yourself. Do it for yourself.
happy wife, happy life.
oh
Nah,
please,
that's BS. That's
yeah, that's
BS.
BS. I can tell you that.
No.
Wayne, Wayne, let me ask you a question
Happy
then.
spouse,
If
happy
Yeah.
house.
Let me ask you a question, Wayne.
Ugh.
If do you think, who do you think more health conscious now in our community, men or women?
Mm.
I would say women. I say women. Yeah, I give it to
Okay,
women. I think
all
they
right.
need to. I think we getting there though. We getting there, but
We're
I
doing
give it
better
to
though. We're
women.
doing better.
We're doing a lot better. That's all, and that's my point. We're doing a lot better. And let me say this, man. I'm not. I, listen, man. I'm pro women. I hate feminists, and I hate feminist ideology. Just let me put that out there. I keep saying that, so I don't know why people think I hate women. I love women. I hate feminist ideology. It's the worst. But anyway, that's just a
Eddie
side
Eddie says,
Hey,
if the ingredient list is longer than my head, I don't want it. Yeah, bro.
note.
Especially if you can't say half the names. You got to keep it
You
simple.
don't need it because
hey,
a
I
lot
don't
of
think women are. I don't think women are that much more healthy than men nowadays. I think I think people who want to work out and hit the gym, man or woman. But I think for a long time, up until recently, women thought being thick was healthy. Women thought that because they had a booty and their waist looked kind of comparable to it, that they were healthy and they weren't. I
So
think women are just as
Mike
trashy
though
as.
is Mike is a difference between being thick and fat. For many years, they've excused being fat for thick.
Oh,
I
I
mean,
agree.
let's just call it what it is.
That's why I said what I said. They think, oh, look at me, I'm thick, and you're not.
Well,
I
to
So
don't
be
there's
think
so
you're
fair,
that healthy.
women
there's so
need to have more body fat for a
here you
there's
child.
so
go.
many interpretations of the word healthy. It's all to someone's perspective what we consider or what you consider healthy. Please don't rely on uh the oppressors to tell you because the whole food pyramid is crap.
Facts.
And if you look at any medical school, they ain't teaching no nutrition in there. There's not a nutritional course. So
Yeah, my BMI says that I'm morbidly obese because it's at 30.1%, but I'm 6 foot, 235 pounds, and I got like a six pack. I mean, it's
and
crazy.
who
It's
made that
crazy.
BMI?
A
Who made
natural
that
height.
BMI schedule?
It's
Yeah,
crazy.
we got to lower that
Who
though.
made that BMI scale?
But Kev, why would I have to lower that though? I mean, I'm trying to get to my old weight of 220, but I'm just saying, even at 235, 240, I could walk around at sometimes. I don't look like a 200. Like when you see me, you're like, man, that guy not 240 pounds, because it's not, and I'm not overly tall. I'm barely 6 foot, so I'm not even overly tall. But I don't know how. I really don't know why I'm so heavy. Tell you the truth, I really don't know. I guess it's the beard now because the beard ain't grown all the way back yet, so that can't put it on that. But
It's the head.
let me here go a stat from the American Heart Association. Let's see if you'll accept this one, Wayne. Um
American Heart Association. Look who donates to it.
Uh-huh.
here it is, man.
Hey,
Good
let's go.
night.
You want to get deep? You want to get deep? The same
For,
people that's telling you to
oh my
look at
goodness.
all they donors. The people that's selling you, feeding you crap is donating the biggest donors to all these different charities.
Like
You
I
know,
said, propaganda runs America.
the
There you
Susan
go.
J. Komen Foundation is trash, but
Of course.
their message, you don't disparage the message, do you?
I don't trust it.
All
But then
right,
again, I don't really trust anything, so it is what it is.
so this comes from American Heart Association. I can't accept them either. But 44% of black men aged 20 plus have cardiovascular disease. Bro, that the heart. I remember the night that I found out that Bray Wyatt died. 30, what was he? 30, 35, not even younger than me, to tell you that. And we were doing a show, and my co-host at the time was like, I bet you anything it was heart related. And come to find out, it was heart related. So to go back on the food choices, diet, fast food culture, fried food. Mike brought up the 100 piece of chicken you get for $2 at churches. Then Wayne counteracted that with, hey, tell your girl stop frying all the chicken. Fried food obsession, no balance. Kev, what do you think about that? 44% of black men aged 20 plus.
Yeah, again, I'm not surprised.
Well, hold on. Here go another stat that I'm looking for before we get.
Yeah, knock them all out.
We're gonna kill two with one stone. This comes from the CDC. Oh, that damn CDC. Nearly 48% of black adults are obese. Now you can't. We ain't gonna discredit that one, are we?
Define obese.
Trev,
You're obese, right?
It's the quality of food. How many people can say they actually eat whole foods? Whole foods, actually the way it was intended for you to eat. We try to make something simple so complex, and then you already got the other side over there making it synthetic. So, I mean, what do you think these numbers come from? They ain't just coming from the food that God basically mapped out in the Bible. They're not saying that you're not eating that. You go to some of these restaurants. How many of them fail an inspection? You go to some of these restaurants, man. You don't know what the heck you eating, man. You could be eating barbecue boo-boo, and they saying, "Oh, this is a chicken platter." You know what I mean? I mean, come on. We're not. I guarantee you will solve all these problems if you're eating food where it was intended to eat. A lot of this stuff that we're eating ain't even considered by definition food.
That's a fact.
So basically what you're saying is let's get back to Bible. That's what you're saying?
Let's get back to eating the where you're supposed to be eating. It's in the Bible. He tells you what heals you. He tells you what is considered food. It's in there. A lot of people they like you say, they'll preach to you all that, but they ain't telling you the more key stuff. You know what I mean?
Yeah, Kev, go ahead, Kev. This is your wheelhouse. I did want to read this from Eddie real quick though. I don't think women are healthier than men, but but they think healthy, but they think healthier in my experience. Every woman that cooked for me in my life always added some kind of veggie to the meal. Hey, Eddie, it don't matter what I cook or what she cooked. My wife like, what kind of veggie we gonna eat? Well, I'm like, man, I don't want no damn veggie.
But again,
kind of green,
there you go.
What's she seasoning
but there you go.
Though? What is she seasoning it with?
Just olive oil and maybe some
butter in it.
No.
But
because it's a veggie, that don't mean they ain't seasoning
exactly.
It
maybe a little bit of olive oil. No.
But think about it. Just think about it, because we still stuck on that soul food thing. Look at the vegetables that we eat when you go to a cookout or whatever. Candy or yams. They damn near they drowned in that. Look at your collard greens. You done cooked all the goddamn nutrients out of it. All the nutrients in the damn in the sink. No crunch to it. Your cabbage, exactly. Your cabbage is damn near. So basically, we're eating a bunch of substance. That's where you put something on your stomach because you're eating a bunch of substance with no damn nutrition.
A lot of grease and sugar. Yep.
So you know what I mean? Mike is right about women not being healthier. So you're just saying I'm right. I appreciate it.
You eat your broccoli ain't got no crunch. It's all soggy. Your cabbage. Look, we go to a list of these damn things. You ain't got me eating all these vegetables and saying, "Damn, why I ain't doing it?" You ain't got no nutritions in the damn vegetable. It's just substance. You done soaked all of that. You boiling it and doing all this, and then you pour all that nutrients right in the damn drain. So the damn drain is more healthier than what you eating.
That's why I steam my stuff.
This is probably the most healthiest man I know, and I'm gonna tell you, we had the first year my high school did its tailgate reunion. We all having a big barbecue out there, loaded, thick, nothing but people out there. This man pull up with a clear container, eating. What are you eating? Like romaine lettuce or no spinach? You just eat nothing but spinach. I'm like, bro, like. Man, the willpower that you have right now is insane. But
it takes mental to go that too.
This is my go-to guy. He'll never invite me to none of his vegan restaurants. He'll tell me about them. He'll never say, "Hey, Trev, let's go here." or I'm gonna put you on this one for you and your wife to go check out. He'll never do that, but he'll tell
I
you
got
about
you.
them.
You ain't gonna say that about me no more. I got you.
That's funny. Okay, let me get this out. Let me get this out real quick. So it's kind of tough having this conversation because there's so much to go over. But I agree with Ash, or I'm sorry, Elu. That yeah, we got to start like looking at the Bible and just using more non-traditional methods of healing, right? Traditional method as in like the modern science, quote unquote science that we're using, that's telling us that we're gonna heal, even though we're not. But in general, like the only things that we have to do to be healthy is exercise, right? Lifting weights. You gotta fast, right? You gotta give your body some time to digest and get rid of toxins. You have to detoxify yourself, and you got to eat healthy, right? And it's that simple. So it makes sense that people are getting all these chronic conditions is because they don't even know how to heal themselves, right? When it comes to the idea of fruits and vegetables are God made. They're made to heal you in general. They don't need any seasoning. They don't need candy. I'm sorry, they don't need sugar like in candied yams. You just need to make sure you get fiber, right? Fiber is what helps you digest your food. You're supposed to eat your fruits and vegetables to nourish you so you can get energy. So you don't need coffee in the morning, right? You need electrolytes. And
Come on now.
right. Yeah, and I want to say you need water, but you don't really need water. You just need structured water, which is like your juices.
Come on now.
Like
Come
coconut
on.
water. I like drinking coconut water. I was just drinking some banana water just now, and with that you'll be able to hydrate yourself so you can keep going. And if you're living that lifestyle, then yeah, you're gonna be good to go. Now, of course, there's gonna be a lot of confusing information. So a lot of people don't know that if you look at the back of the label. Sorry, a lot of people don't even know to look at the back of the label to see that they have all these artificial preservatives in their foods. That's not even you can't even consider that fruit. Like if you look in the back of a tomato can, it's gonna have high fructose corn syrup and sucrose
Monosodium
and dextrose.
glutamate.
Yeah, all type of chemistry
Red
major
40.
words.
Chemistry.
Red 40
Hey,
is crazy.
Kevin had a Whopper
Red
Jr.
40.
yesterday. He lying.
Red 40, which comes from an insect.
Yep.
Yeah,
Yellow
red
dye
40.
60.
That red 40 is linked to mental illness, allegedly.
They shove that stuff down your throat and then want to tell you, hey, your kid has ADHD and all this other well, it causes that, and you telling my kid to eat it.
Exactly.
Oh, so then I can
And my
come back to you and get me a pill to suppress it because you ain't gonna cure nothing. Man,
I told you it's
a
all
whole nother
about money.
conversation.
It's all
Whole
about
nother
money.
conversation.
Yeah, man. And my thing is if black people would just stay away from sugar, like if they would just stay away from sugar, they would
That's
have
kind of
so
hard
much
if you buy
much
stuff
less
at the grocery store.
I know, right? They would have so much less problems, man. Because when it comes to sugar, what sugar does is it steals the oxygen out of your body.
Come on, man.
So for example, when it comes to your blood is supposed to go through your body, through your veins, like a river, smoothly. But when you consume sugar, it causes your blood cells, to clump into your blood vessels. So that means your blood and your heart and your lungs have to push even harder to get those blood cells moving to get some more oxygen. So if we just avoided sugar, we wouldn't be losing our foot, right? Because if you don't have enough oxygen, they have to amputate your toes, right? Because you'll get something called gangrene. And what is gangrene? That means your body part is not getting enough oxygen, so it's pretty much dead, right? So if it wasn't for that, for just sugar, and I know sugar is so hard to get away from because it's everywhere. It's even in meat. When you consume meat, it converts into sugar. Then yeah, you'd be living a great life. Your granddad and your dad would be living up until like age 90, age 100. You know what I'm saying?
Easy.
But easy.
Did you just say meat converts into sugar?
I know. I'm
into your body. Yes. Yep.
Yo, I don't know
I need
what
to see
web page you're reading, but you need to
I need
trash
to see
that.
that. I need to see that, Kev. You need
I'll
to send me
never
that.
believe that, sir.
I'll send you.
Yeah,
Yeah, I'll
send me
send you
that.
some.
Send me that right now, and I'm going to put it up. Ash says newest studies are showing that ADD and ADHD are forms of emotional dysregulation. Let me hold on. I want to go to this video since Kev want to talk about meat.
Nah, you ain't go to Wayne yet.
Oh crap, damn. Yeah, Wayne, what do you think about this?
Come on, Wayne.
Yeah, I mean, obesity in obesity in black adults, 48%, nearly 48% of black adults are obese. Again, this is now in all fairness, they told me that I was obese, and I'd look at them and be like, "You got to be crazy." So,
Yeah, I think he said it. I think Mike said it. And I think Kev said it. I think all of them made great points. I think a lot of it is propaganda. I mean, I think there is an obesity problem in this whole country, period, because of the foods and because of the lack of information and the lack of applying the information. Um, so I just think people just gotta get information and apply it and make better choices. Again, I think a lot of coaches they'll sacrifice. I think for us in black culture, a lot of times we don't want to sacrifice something for the other. So like we may say, no, I'm gonna get that new car that's gonna cost me 600 a month instead of getting a used car and taking that 600 a month and buying better foods. You know what I'm saying? So a lot of times
oh,
I know a lot of
Wayne,
coaches do that.
You're going down my alley, man. I didn't know you
You
was
know what
on
I'm
to
saying?
that. And Wayne,
Yeah.
Come on, Wayne. I
Wayne,
told you. I told you.
Wayne, all I watch is insane car payments, and I'm listening to these people paying $2,000 a month for a car, and they ain't got
Yeah.
$2 in the bank. Oh my
Yeah.
goodness,
But
bro!
we'll say we need to run to the fast food store because we ain't got no money, but you driving that Benz, you know what I'm saying? So a lot of coaches will do that too, especially Asian coaches, man. The Asian coaches,
Mm-hmm.
they're not, they're not very materialistic coaches. So they value things like nutrition and food. So, you will see them driving regular cars, stay in regular houses, but refrigerated stocked with stuff, especially Koreans, man. Koreans, they're good at, they're good with that stuff. So it's this one Korean family I follow. Her mother made a cookbook, and they're big on nutrition and things of that nature. But again, she talks about like just sacrificing maybe the car note or something like that, or buying that Birkin bag or something like that. Just but again to spend money on nutrition. You know what I mean? So and find the time to exercise, even if it's not going to the gym regularly. I think we have to find time maybe just to take a brisk walk outside. You know what I mean? Even
There we go.
whenever we have a chance, get up in the morning. You know what I mean? Things of that nature. Even it's just some doctors will tell you, man, just to walk, you know what I mean, 30 minutes a day, help you live longer, things of that nature. So you don't have to go to the gym. There's so many ways that we can apply health. We just have to and again, I think also too, with this country having all kind of bad foods and nutrition and things out there, fast food, this country also do a good job of making things accessible to you. I mean, a gym membership is $20 a month. You know what I'm saying? At Planet Fitness. So, I mean, you got social media, you got workout videotapes, you got things you can do at home. So there's all different type of ways that you can exercise. You just have to do it. You know what I mean? Because I mean, it starts in the kitchen, but you want to be able to work out as well. And again, I just think we need to. I think the biggest because I mean, when I was training, when I was doing fitness training, um, what I found out through research is schedule. Really, it's schedule, meal prep, and just finding the time. A lot of people say, "Well, I got kids, I got family." Well, if it's two people in the home, somebody got to be the person who's gonna make sure that everybody eat healthy, or we find time to exercise, or both of y'all work together at it. So
You got
I just
time to
find
do
that
what you want to do.
exactly. So so just doing the research is really just people just got to schedule themselves to switch the lifestyle. It's lifestyle, really. It's just a lifestyle change,
Thanks.
and just people got to put the effort in it. That's it.
Kev, you definitely gonna have to get us your meat with sugar thing, because even Eddie refuting you.
Yeah,
Meat
that's
doesn't
horrible.
contain
I've never
I've
carbs.
heard
been
They
of that.
trying to
they
tell
they
Kevin
Yeah,
there's
convert
no
to
carbs
I've
in
never
meat.
heard of that. I've
I've been
never heard
trying
of
to
they
that.
tell Kevin that for weeks. He will not listen to me.
they convert to
That's
amino
hilarious.
acids, and the fat is stored in the body for later use towards energy. That's what I know. So
That's what I
Yeah, I
told you,
never heard
Kev.
of that one, Kev.
if
Kev.
it was funny yesterday. E sent me a picture of when he was walking around and the 7 miles, and he showed me his step count. And I'm like, oh man, I do that on a daily basis at work. I average like 21,000 steps a day at work just because I'm always on my feet. So when I'm looking at my stepper is always over 20K easily every day. Which is why I don't have to go to the gym but you have to incorporate activity into whatever you're doing. If you're sitting down at a desk all day, you got to get up and walk around, do something active. Lucky for me, the type of work that I do is very physical. So when I go to the gym, it's like, oh man, you're not doing anything, because it can't compare to all the weight I'm lifting on a daily basis and all the walking I'm doing around the shop and stuff like that. So yeah, you just gotta, hence also why I'm not 400 pounds. If I didn't work where I was working, I'd probably be a heavyweight, but it's just the fact that what I do on a daily basis, it will not allow me to do it. I got this young kid work with me. He came in on the heftier side. I'm like, man, in 1 month, I'm going to have you looking like your cousin. And sure as hell, in 1 month, that boy was down to nothing, just working with me on a daily basis, just because the type of work that we do. So you gotta just get active. But I want to play this video real quick for all you vegans.
Move.
Uh-oh.
Not Dr. Holistic.
Animals that people eat.
Chicken, beef, fish, pork.
Okay. You look at all of those animals. Are any of them carnivores?
No.
None of them eat meat. So if you're eating something that didn't require meat to build its own protein, then why do you need to eat that to create your own protein?
Hey, this man, thinking
the strongest animals in the animal kingdom: gorilla, monkeys, rhino, elephant, ox. None of them eat meat. We take one example like the lion and say, okay, we're supposed to eat meat, not understanding that most animals don't actually eat meat. And then when you start to think about even our biology, like you think about how a lion is set up or carnivores are set up, they always have teeth to match to be able to kill meat. Yeah. We don't. They also have a jaw that can only collapse this way. It can't go this way like ours can. Your jaw going side to side is indicative of you being an herbivore. You eat plant. And when you look at our digestive system, the digestive system of a lion is about 7 feet long when you lay it out. The digestive system of an herbivore or a plant eater is going to be somewhere between 20 and 35 feet. Guess what? Ours is between 20 and 35 feet. So our biology is set up for plant. What are the three primary?
All right, Mike, what you got on this? Because I'm gonna save E for last. Because this, I know he been dying for this one. He been waiting for this one.
Gorillas and chimps eat meat, just not a lot of it. I want to get the facts straight. I was a vegan for a while, and I did really well. I'm not gonna lie. It's what Wayne and what E were saying, the ease and the focus to just get stuff that you don't want or stuff that's not good for you is just too easy and too tempting in America. If I didn't prep my meal and I was already at work, it was just so easy to go upstairs, go in their little fridge in the cafe, and then buy a little, turkey sandwich or whatever with the super processed bread and a super processed this, and then throw some sauce on it. Why not add some of this? And it just got so easy. And then and me, what the mind I have, once you start doing something bad, just go down a spiral and just, oh shoot, I already ate that. I might as well get some Popeyes. I already ate that. Might as well get a pub sub. And then it takes forever to get out of it. So I'm not mad at it. Like if you can it's a focus thing. If you can stay focused on what you should do and take steps to ensure your success, then it would be a great life. I think we could all be vegan because we really don't need meat. I'm not gonna other than meat being delicious and meat being, because it was such a primary thing in the forming of this country, it has a nostalgic love in America where people love. There's like, you ever hear white people talk about steak? Oh man, you don't even need to put anything on it, just some salt and pepper. Oh, they love red meat, and it's just, you know what I mean? It's just in the formation and in the silk and in the fabric of America. So we had, like, there's people who can't even fathom not eating meat. Well, you don't need it. I went a couple months without touching anything meat and oil. When I learned you could saute vegetables with vegetable broth instead of using oil. If you know how dense oil is in calories, it's crazy. But anyway, I don't. This
Woo,
isn't even
woo,
my.
woo.
What happened? What happened?
Nah, good. Go. Keep going, brother.
Oh, okay.
Love it.
Oh, your boy got knowledge. It's just my follow through game. My follow through game is terrible. My girl send me a picture every day of her working out, and I'll be like, man, I gotta go work out, and then I go to sleep. You know what I'm saying? But yeah, I'm gonna get out of this. This ain't my topic, but I'm just saying we can all do it. It's just you have to get that. If we all had that Mamba mentality, everybody says Kobe was the greatest, but the reason he was is because he did nothing got in his way. He could party until 5 a.m. At 6 a.m. he was in the gym. If as a people, if we could get that mentality, we could do much better. I wish I had it. All right.
Wayne, what you got on this?
My understanding, um, we don't have the same digestive system as certain animals. Our bodies can break down things a lot more with the acids in our stomachs. I've had these conversations with a few people that's in the medical industry, and I know you come from that. But this is just what they tell me. And so when he was talking about the different animals, well, I mean, they don't think like we do. So, you know, I've seen that clip before. The thing about that is that, I mean, we're apex because of how we think. We have better brains than animals and the gorilla and the lion. That's why we run the world. So same thing I heard with our digestive system. We can break down certain meats more than certain animals can. Secondly, my argument with vegan, which I'm not against it. I'm not a vegan guy. I'll never be a vegan guy because I don't think it's practical. But I think you can do fish. I'm a big guy. I'm a big believer in fish. Um, if you want to go fish, certain chicken, I'm okay with that. But also my thing with vegan is that, well, let's talk about the things that they put on the
Wayne, you're
fruits and
breaking up.
vegetables to grow as
You're,
fast as they
you're
can to feed the world. Hello, can you hear me? Can you
all
hear
right.
me?
You came back. Yeah, you came back.
Hello? So my thing with the vegetable thing is the argument with vegan is, well, what about the stuff that they spray and that they give these plants for them to grow faster, right? I mean, they give plants and fruits and vegetables all type of steroids to grow faster, right? It takes they can grow a banana in like 2 days now, 2 3 days, right? So what do you think they giving these fruits and vegetables? So it's no escaping it. I think they give fruits and vegetables just as much toxins that they give meats to preserve it. I mean, you think about it in the grocery store, a banana, that's not a regular banana. It's not a regular banana. A lot of people think a banana has seeds in it, it's a lot smaller, et cetera, et cetera. I did that Dr. Sebi stuff. I did all that stuff, man. Watermelon with seeds. Some of the stuff he tell you, potato is what a GMO something. Potato is not even a real vegetable. They grew that or something like that. So that's just my whole thing with vegan though. It's just to say it's the same stuff that they do to preserve other things. They do it with vegetables. It's almost the same. I mean, again, the outcomes are better. I can't argue that. I don't think it's practical. I think people can get by with eating fish and chicken and vegetables, cooking with better oils and exercising. But that's just my argument. But go
So
ahead.
let me go real quick before Kevin and E, because I know this their whole thing. And excuse me, damn. I cut my damn inside my beard. I don't know what the hell happened. It's leaking like a faucet.
I think.
So
Oh, hold on. And I want to make this point. The only way you can escape that is by growing your own foods, having your own farm. The only way you can escape that, and you even got to do that right. But you're not gonna escape none of the toxins and stuff, even with the fruit and vegetables.
I don't it's always been my argument since I came on here. I have yet for a vegan to show me how they live longer than a meat eater. They can't do it.
You
If you're
can't.
gonna tell me that you're gonna live to 101 and I'm gonna live to 100, then I'm fine. I'll take my chances eating the meat. if there's no big appreciable difference, like it's like the gap is so far, you can't. There's no study that you could show me that shows that you live long. Now, as far as healthy, fine, but to the whole point that our bodies aren't meant to digest meat and stuff, that's not true. Because I believe that God, when he made the human body, he made it perfect. And if our bodies weren't meant to digest certain things, then we'd reject it every time. If our bodies weren't meant to digest meat, then we would legit reject it every single time, and your body would fight against it and be like, you can't. Now, the overconsumption of anything is wrong. Eating meat in moderation is what you do. I don't have a steak. Hell, I haven't had a steak in we're going on maybe 3 months now. So it's not like I eat them on the regular and things like that, but every now and then I want a steak. Me and E always go back and forth about this. I'm never going to give up meat. The pescatarian diet, which Wayne's talking about, the fish and chicken, that's a lot of people rock with that, because the fish is pretty healthy. Certain fish, because even now some of these fish, you see how they grow them, you're like, oh my goodness. Tilapia is one. You bring up, you ever watch a video of a tilapia farm? The most disgusting thing you'll ever see. But that's where I am on
uber fact, sir.
Yeah,
that is a fact.
It's gross. It's gross.
It is. They grow them in tubs of dirty crap water. It is a fact.
It's disgusting.
I didn't want to hate on Wayne when he said it, so I shut up. But it's disgusting.
Salmon is the same thing.
Give me a red snapper any day, man. Like it's crazy. But
I'll take a black snapper attached to a black woman. Oh, my bad. You meant food. My fault.
But but yeah, I'm that's all I got for that though. I'm yet to have somebody, me and Black Son was supposed to have a debate on this. He couldn't do it though, where he couldn't show me how they live so much longer than meat eaters. He couldn't do it because you can't. There's no study out there that shows you, no study of a bunch of people, and not no study that they did 10 people and was like, see. No, I want to see a study that shows the gap. Just like there's a wage disparity gap, just like there's a gap in everything else, there should be a gap in that. That should show me that meat eaters die much faster than vegans, and they're not. They don't. So, Kev, what you got?
So, hold on. Can you hear me now?
Oh yeah.
Okay. So regretfully, I can't find the chemistry because I have a book when it comes to like holistic health. It's by Dr. Bobby Price, for you guys wondering. So I think it's from Dr. Yaki that explains the chemistry when it comes to how meat is converted in the body. But yeah, what's his name? Eddie is right. Your body, when you eat meat, does convert into amino acids. But there's a lot more going on when it comes to eating meat than when it comes to eating vegetables, if you want to get your protein. Because when it comes to your body already has protein. But in order for it to be used, you also need amino acids, which is what your body is doing when you eat whole proteins from dead animals. At the same time, like when there's so much about meat that I have to go over. But in general, when it comes to meat, when you consume it from an animal, it's going to throw off your body's chemistry. One, because it has to also digest saturated fats, which is going to clog your arteries as well. And also it's something that's going to make your body acidic. And so not only man, there's so much to go over. So when it comes to your body, your body has to package. I know, right? So when it comes to your body has to have a certain pH in order to digest food. If your pH is too high, so from a scale of between 1 to 14, if it's lower than a 6.6 or 6.7, I believe, that's when you get to, like, for example, the area of like battery acid or whatever else is acidic. Then that's when you start accumulating diseases within your body. So when it comes to meat increases your acidity in your stomach, and that's where you get things like gout, for example. So if you know what gout is, or for those of you who don't know what gout is basically your stomach having too much stomach acid and too much acidity in it. That is literally burning a hole like in your stomach, or burning a
But
hole in your
doesn't gout come from too much red meat though? Gout comes from a lot of red meat.
too much meat in general. Because with
I don't know.
meat doesn't have.
No, 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 no,
I don't
no,
know
no,
now.
Yes, yeah.
no. It's
Allegedly,
I don't
red
know
meat.
now.
It's red
It's
meat,
red
Kev. It's
meat. It's
red
red
meat.
meat, bro.
Red meat and salt.
Well, let me say allegedly, and in general, meat doesn't have fiber. So the reason fiber is important is because fiber is used to help digest your food and help it um help the toxins and the waste be released from your body. Because with your body, in general, it has its own sewage system. So they call that the lymphatic system. Um, and in general, your body wants to use the main passageways of getting rid of waste, right? So you do number one, which is pee, or you do number two, which is poop. But when it comes to meat, since it doesn't have any fiber, it's going to accumulate, which means your body's going to have to find other ways of releasing that, which is going to cause you sicknesses. So for example, if you guys ever went to like Buffalo Wild Wings, and you know how they give you like a piece of celery with your meal. So even they know that when it comes to the meat by itself, you need the celery in order to digest it fully. And if not, then you're gonna have issues to where, like for example, you're gonna have pimples. You're gonna have more body fat because waste is accumulated easily in your body fat, or even or even have phlegm, which is like mucus. But yeah, in general, I don't think we're supposed to be eating meat. Hence why Dr. Berg is saying that. Because if we were, then we'd have sharp teeth and we'd be able to hunt and we'd be able to eat meat raw, but we can't. So in general, there's a lot of issues when it comes to meat, which doesn't make sense if you like listen to a trainer say, oh, well, you need protein. But if it wasn't for the fact that we have cooking materials and tools, we wouldn't be able to eat meat in general. You see what I'm saying? But okay,
Did
I'm
this
gonna let you go.
grown man say
So,
number one and number two?
yeah, but Kev, you added the celery thing, man. I gotta correct you there.
Whoa.
Hold on, because you added the celery like Buffalo Wild Wings somehow cares about
They
our
do
health.
not.
Do they not give you celery?
Celery and carrot sticks are customary with
To
chicken
dip.
wings, so you could dip your ranch and your blue cheese.
Yep.
It ain't for no health reasons.
This is so much easier. This is so
Hilarious.
much
You see what he
easier.
did there?
This is
Did you see
hilarious.
what he did there with the
And-
I'm
celery
trying to put
sticks
y'all
and
on
all
game,
these
and
others?
No, hold on, because I ain't gonna let you mess with the
Oh.
integrity of what we're doing there.
This is so much easier when there's other men to check Kevin, and I don't have to
This
do it
is
all the time.
hilarious.
Hold on, but listen to this. Because gout, we got to keep you honest, Kev. So the main contributors of gout, you could just type it in Google. A diet high in purine rich foods, red meat, organ meat like kidneys, liver, tripe, stuff like that, and
like
seafood and sugary drinks. It don't say nothing about chicken and all that other stuff.
Did
You
you,
Hey, you know
added
what?
that.
did you look for that?
You added that, Kev.
Did you look for that though?
But Kev, that would have been the number one search.
Did you look for that? Did you look for chicken? Because I'm
Man,
looking at it right now.
You added that, Kev. You added that, bro.
I'm looking at Google. It says you can get gout from chicken. So what are we talking about?
Hey, on
Yeah,
a
I gotta
side
keep
note,
you honest. Like, go ahead.
on a side note, lately I've been like wanting to swear off of seafood, and I'm sorry to my baby because she like crab legs. But the more and more I look at seafood, it just looks like water insects.
Especially shrimp.
Bro, there's sea
All
cockroaches.
of them, bro. Like crabs or water spiders, lobsters or water roaches. Like I'm good on seafood, bro. It just turned me off when I look at them, and I look at the insects up here, and then they just deep water roaches. It's just all right. I just wanted to say that. I'm gonna go ahead.
You going. I knew Eddie was going to say something. So you going to the Bible. The Bible tells you warns you about certain seafoods. But yeah, Kev, I'm gonna keep looking, but you specifically tried to just add everything else when the contributing thing is red meat, and then you added that celery like Buffalo Wild Wings somehow cares about our health. How about tell you people when they sit down to eat, they don't throw a ton of salt on their food? How about that? How about that? You know, taste your food first before you go to grinding salt.
I ain't gonna lie, that's gonna be the downfall of black people. Black people will never let go of seasoning.
I know you're in denial, man, but listen,
I'm not. Listen, Kev, I've told you that you our conversations behind the scene, you'd have helped me out a lot and made me look at things a whole bunch of ways. But yeah, sometimes you'll just say so, like the whole sugar in the meat and everything like that. You added that like we wasn't gonna catch that. Like you added that.
Again.
You added that, man.
Did you look it up?
Oh man.
Yeah, you're a traitor, bro.
He's a traitor.
God don't like line steppers, man.
He
habitual.
He said I'm a habitual line stepper.
Habitual.
Oh God.
What you got on this, man? Wait, Mr. Vegan.
Oh,
you the only vegan. I think you the only real vegan that I know.
Well, I mean, again, the short and skinny of it is basically you just want to eat the food that's closest to the source that it comes from. I mean, that's the most healthiest way. I don't have no issue with folks that eat meat or whatever. How I started, I basically just kept missing the antibiotic-free Tuesdays for chicken, and it just fell off, and then I just ended up getting creative with what I had around the house. So that's how I came about it. Did a full body detox, which you can go to any doctor and they probably would never tell you to do a damn detox, which everybody should do it, and not the whole 1 day thing, because you spend 40 years trashing your body and then you want to go ahead and take some pills to try to clean you out in 24 hours. It's not sustainable and not recommended. Yeah, meat is a tough thing to digest in our systems because it's not made to digest. It's not made to digest like most animals would. Yeah, other animals eat tons of meat, whatever. Again, like I said, to keep it simple, dude, I would just eat just close to the thing is closest to God intended and possible as possible, and you'll save a lot of the headaches and stuff like that. Grow your own damn food, you know. Stop depending on the oppressors to feed you. Grow your own food. Stop trying to go to what's cheap, because like Wayne said, you got choices. So again, instead of saying I need to have the latest and the greatest, let me put some of that latest and greatest into a better health, for myself, because at the end of the day, you can either pay the farmer or you can pay the pharmacist. Your choice, So I'll just leave it simple like that. We can go to a whole 3-hour conversation, as Kev almost alluded to a few seconds ago there. So I just keep it short like that.
So let me ask you, sir. Eddie says cows and other grazing animals get a big portion of their protein from bugs. They break down along with the microbes in the rumen. So again, you got to be careful saying that all they do is survive strictly off of grazing on grass and stuff.
And he said they are water bugs. I was right.
Look at people always say, well, my grandfather and my granddad lived to 90 years old and they ate meat, blah, blah, blah. Your grandfather and granddad had a cow running around and they raised their own stuff. Now the cows are on the damn carousels being pumped with antibiotics and all other stuff. And then what you go and do is eat that stuff, that meat, and then you, again, we're the only mammals on planet Earth here that drink somebody else's milk.
But and that's the same thing that they do to vegetables, though. It's the same thing. They grow vegetables
absolutely.
At a double, triple rate than what they usually would grow at. And what do you think they do with vegetables? They pump them full of things to get them to grow faster to feed the population.
So we got a people problem then. We got too many of them. That's what you're saying?
Well, I'm just saying. I'm just saying.
Don't even go into.
They're saying that we don't have enough food on planet Earth or whatever, especially in the U.S. to feed the population. Yet we throw out 40% of food every single year surplus. We literally just throw it, and some of that stuff is actually good food that people can actually eat. So there shouldn't even be a homeless. that even shouldn't be a homeless problem here. I mean, not a homeless, but uh
A
basically a
hunger.
starvation problem,
Starvation, yeah.
a hunger problem in this country because you're
Yes,
throwing out
they
40%
should.
of the food, and a
They
lot of that stuff
can't
is good.
pay for it. We
You
are
can feed
capitalistic.
you can feed the entire country off just growing the food in Texas. That's plenty of room. And think about all the stuff in like the Midwest that's empty land out there. So let's cut through the baloney on this deal.
You can grow in your backyard. Yeah, there's no excuse.
Bro,
And that's why white supremacy messed up black people, because we didn't get any of that free land that we should have gotten when they gave it to the white Europeans. We would all have some land to grow our own crops.
I don't
Or
want
what
to
the,
hear
or
that.
what the ones that they stole from the Osage too. Oh, that's all retarded.
Exactly. Thank you, sir.
Eddie said he stopped drinking milk a long time ago. Ditto. I don't.
Nah. That man
Cows,
said that shrimp and all
cows
them are
milk.
water bugs. They're the same phylum as cockroaches. I knew I wasn't crazy.
But again, that's why the Bible is against it. At this point, y'all, when I say what I say about the scripture, you're just gonna have to be like, you know what? They probably right on this. Just it gets you every time. It just gets you every time. Let me see
If
something.
only it didn't come from white people.
The scriptures didn't come from white people.
No, I'm talking about Black American experience with Jesus. If it didn't come from slavery and white people, it would be beautiful.
Okay. Okay.
Did I make that up?
I see your point. I see your point. I see your point. Damn, who fell off? Wayne. I see your point there. I'm not gonna dispute that right now, because I don't have the time to dispute that, and I couldn't dispute that particular point that you're making.
Sounds like
all right,
right, but okay.
Let's go. Let's go on here. I'm not gonna be able to get to everything, but according to the where is it? Man, because there's so much stuff, man. It did kind of so much. All right, hold on. Okay. All right. So according to the National Institute of Diabetes and Digestive and Kidney Disease, oh man, there's one there. Black Americans are nearly 2 times as likely to be diagnosed with diabetes. And this comes from a 2022 report. So and wrapping up here, I want to ask a question to the panel. So what's the real cost here? This is a question to you. What's the real cost in us not changing our lifestyle? Us not trying to be healthier, because not for nothing, we're getting older, but we're not old by a long shot. And we all got kids. Kev probably gonna have a whole football team at some point. We all got kids that we need to be here for. So I asked the panel, I asked the chat, what is the real cost? Early death. I mean, I talked about the mortality rate earlier. Missed memories and fatherhoods. You got delayed health care, so you got higher costs later. What he said, the pay to farmers or pay to farmers or pay to pharmacists. Then we could also pass these bad habits onto our kids. I love the fact that my daughter will be like, let's go to the farmer's market, or I don't want to eat this. I want to eat healthy. Like, she'll tell me that. She'll be like, nah, I don't want to eat that. I'm like, oh damn, that's what's up. She's like, no, I'll just eat, I'll just eat a salad or something like that. And again, it's my 10-year-old.
I like that.
Just based on things that she sees, because I can imagine she's going to school and she sees some of her other friends that's her same age that's raised off of McDonald's, and you see them and you're like, oh my goodness, they're like twice her size. Hell, they're twice my size. You got some kids in elementary and middle school that's bigger than us, and it's because of the food that they're eating, because it's being pumped with a bunch of stuff. Like even McDonald's, man. Me and Wayne played football. He played it much longer than me, but you remember leaving football practice, Wayne, and we'll go to the McDonald's right down the street from our high school afterwards. And it wasn't like how it was now. Hell, if you eat McDonald's now, you eat the fries now, you could literally taste how the fries tasted in the 90s. in your mind, because the ones nowadays are so terrible. You'd be like, bro, something's not right here. Something's different here. So that's the question that I ask you guys. Like, what's the cost? What are we gonna do? What are we gonna do going forward to try to promote a healthier lifestyle to our
Start at home. Start at home.
Yeah. I mean,
I'll let you guys skip
I
me. You can skip me because my answer is going to be fatalistic, and that ain't what this show's about. So I'm gonna let everybody else take my time.
Good, because I debate you.
I'm almost. I want to hear that. I want to hear the fatalistic.
It's just fake because even if we all got healthy today, white people try to kill us tomorrow.
Mute his mic.
If we all got healthy today, they find another way to murder us. They find another way to kill us. They find it's what they programmed to do. I'm sorry, but do some push-ups.
I thought you were going to therapy, bro. Oh my goodness.
Hey, white supremacy still exists. You acting like I made it up.
Oh my goodness. I bet your therapist is white. No, I'm joking.
No, she's a black woman actually.
Nah, I'm joking.
And she's texting me as we speak. Continue.
Dr. Mia?
No, Mia is not my therapist.
Okay, it's just got to keep you honest. I just want to make sure.
No, Doctor, but
I mean, be a great choice, but I mean, I just wouldn't want to have to spill the beans in front of her.
Mm-hmm.
Wow.
Anyways, to answer your question,
I'm talking about me, Mike. I wouldn't, you get there and she's very welcoming, and next thing you know, you end up spilling all the damn beans, and you be like, damn it. Nah. My friend looking at me like this.
Like Wayne say, man, you have the opportunities to make those choices. So start at home, like you said, and educate. Like everything, like you got to get out of that right now, quick mentality, because that's what the American diet is. It leads you to the hospital or the graveyard, quicker than you normally would be going. Home cooked meals, man. Eat stuff that's intended for you to eat. Start doing your own research. Stop letting people that never was good for you throughout history keep leading you. You take that, you can interpret that how you want. But again, make it simple. You don't have to go. I tell everybody, read the damn labels, man. If you got 15, like you said, if you got 15 damn ingredients on something that's, just has corn and potato in it, leave that shit there. Leave that crap there. You know what I mean? Just make it simple, man. And like you said, everything you should, that whole moderation stuff, because you're just delaying the inevitable. So just make some better choices, man. Put more of the like when they tell you to lose weight, try to eat more of the fruits and vegetables before you get to the crap, so you'll be full. You know what I mean? Just make different choices. That's all.
Yeah, I agree with that. What I do, well, I intermittent fast in the mornings, so I don't start eating till 12. But if I do, like, cause hey, sometimes it's a struggle. I'll load up on watermelon, bananas, stuff like that. And to Wayne's point about the bananas, he was the first person to show me what a real banana looked like. And when I saw it, I'm like, that's not what we see in the store. That's crazy. Yeah, Eddie, I got
America
no problem with that.
America has what, 5 different fruits? What, apple, banana, grapefruit, and all of that junk is hybrid or something like that. So yeah, you guys should know that coming from the island, man. Look at the fruit over there and look at the fruit here. You eat fruit from different countries. It tastes so damn fruity. It tastes like. That's why I go blueberry farms in the end of March.
Oh my gosh. I was thinking about mangoes. They taste so different.
When I said that about chicken, everybody acted like I said something crazy.
Bro, I got so many mangoes on this sitting out here looking at me right now.
Why haven't I gotten them in? Why haven't I gotten the box?
Save me some. What the heck?
Ain't no save me some. Me and Ricardo call that tree.
Skirt.
And it's crazy because Ricardo live here, and I told him, you can come grab some. He ain't made it over here yet.
Sir, if you need shipping and handling money, let me know. I will send it to you. I'm not laughing. Why ain't got no mangoes, man?
I just gave
cheated life.
Bones. I just gave Bones a bag. 2 days ago.
Bones didn't call dibs 2 years ago.
I got Bones and Zay just got a bag last week.
I see what it is. I see what it is. Okay. I
He's
see
not
what it
Team Kev
is.
no more.
Disrespect. I see what it is.
Kev,
He's trying to undermine the MIR family. I see what he's trying to do.
You know, I'm just sitting here because Wayne bring up the whole car payment thing, and that's I be watching nothing but them videos throughout the day. Well, listening to them because I can't watch nothing. So I'm gonna go down Mike in Wayne's wheelhouse next time we're in front of y'all. We're gonna do a good show about money and investments. We finally going to start knocking out some of these things that we really should have been talking about the whole time. So Wayne, make sure you're here. I know Mike will be here. But we
Yeah, I
we
make
gonna
sure. I said I'm gonna make the last couple. Yeah.
we gonna talk about some good old money and investments and all that good stuff. Y'all got it on that. Y'all way y'all way better at that than me. I'm learning. But I'm very interested and curious to hear what you guys got, especially now with the tariffs and things are looking grim, and you see people. I didn't even know the trucking industry was so bad. I got to reach out to MD and see. You got truckers now leaving trailers because they got, companies are going out of business because they don't have freight to move. I mean, they're blaming it on the tariffs, but I don't know about that. I don't know about all that, but I'll just say I'm very interested to hear what y'all got to say about that. And I know this is the time to invest because everybody panicking now. So, stuff is going to drop.
Hey, crypto just dropped heavy. It dropped to 18. My Dogecoin dropped to 18 cents, which means I'm $2,000 in the hole, but I'm not crying about it. I'm about to put another grand in it next Friday when I get paid.
Yeah, I agree, Ricardo. Yeah, the financial literacy episode. Yeah, because definitely, we definitely got to do that. Because I mean, my God, you talk about us failing in an area, but I mean, Wayne will tell me we not. But I mean, I see it. I open my door and I see it. People are out here, and this everybody. But I'm just saying, like Black people especially are suffering based on the stuff that I see online. Let me put it that way. Based on the TikToks and all that stuff that I see. I saw a video today of somebody said they sent out 1,000 resumes and they still haven't gotten one hit back yet. And, people are getting laid off like left and right. So we definitely want to touch on that
Well,
type of stuff.
a lot of that is because of, I don't know, sometimes these people go to school and they get all these student loans in a degree that don't mean nothing. And
Well,
and
we
and it's a
got to
very
talk about
small
it.
window for that. Okay, well, we'll
Yeah,
save it
we
for another show.
yeah.
We'll
Hey,
save it
because
for another show.
I agree. I mean, you can't get a degree you can't get a master's degree in grassology or something. Like, who gonna pay for that? Like,
Yeah.
I'm telling you what I'm pushing. I'm pushing trades. I mean,
Trades all day, and
I'm pushing trades.
we're entering into the fourth industrial complex, which is
Yes,
AI and quantum
yes,
and all the quantum computers and all that. So yeah, a lot of these degrees ain't gonna be worth nothing in 5 to 10 years. It's gonna be the trades. It's gonna be the your plumbers, your electricians. You
Electricians
know what
is
I'm
the
saying?
word.
Construction guys, etc.
yes. That's correct.
Electricians is the word. Black men learn electrician. Trust me.
Yeah,
They need
plumbing too. I
the
say plumbing too, man.
yeah,
Plumbing,
but the
boy.
electricians are so high and necessary in the future, and white
Yeah.
people ain't doing it. If we could corner that market, we can gain wealth. If we run electrician as a job, we could, dude, every house that's built, they'd have to holler at us as a black union. That could be where we could. Don't have me start. Go ahead, Trevor. My bad.
MD to actually, I think that's where MD started before he got in the truck, and he was an electrician. But here go the funny thing: I got this air conditioner sitting here that I got installed this weekend, and I could do it all, but I'm not touching the electrical part. I
Exactly.
gotta get one of my guys from work to come and do the electricity part for me because I will not touch anything electrical. I will not do it.
I'm begging black males. Black males, electrician is the move. If we all our young, all them dudes on the streets, selling whatever, all them dudes who ain't got nowhere to go, I would kidnap them all like Trump does the babies and threw them in the cages, kidnap them all and send them to trade school to learn to be an electrician, and then start a whole union with all my young black people and in 5-10 years, every white company in the world has to bow to us. We don't need the black caucus in Congress. They got to come holler at the electrician lobby because we ain't building nothing if certain things ain't fixed.
Yeah, bro. You got nothing. Listen, I just found out the other day at work we're gonna have to redo a lot of electricity. So it's like, Trey. Damn, freak. All right, I gotta go. We'll save it for the next show. I just want to ask this. I just gotta ask this one question though. Who got rid of the trades though? Like what made the trade? Because when we were going to school, you could take auto body, you could take
They took all that out of school.
mechanics. What happened to all that?
They took it out of school.
They took it out of school.
And women decided that they were going to go to college to learn nails and hair tech, and then say they're more educated than men.
Feminists.
Stop bashing women.
I'm not bashing women. That's what happened. It's in the books, Kevin. It's in the books. Read. Instead about sugar meat.
Sugar meat.
Sugar meat was good. He gonna be mad about that later.
I'm as blue collar as you get though. Like I mean, I'm like legit as blue collar. Got to use tools and all that stuff. I'll get up under a car and work on it and stuff like that. But I mean, you don't have mechanics anymore, like because man, it's like you don't have painters right now, especially in Florida. The business you want to get into is like horticulture, or you want to do some lawn care service. You can make some, bro. You can make some jack right now. I mean, I'm still waiting for my lawn man to come cut my grass. I know you listening. I'm waiting. Hey, what's up, man? I need my lawn cut.
Yeah, but it's $100 to cut my lawn now.
Bro, it's crazy. Like the money, because we've been getting so much rain here lately, because I don't like to use my sprinklers. Again, there go another field. I install my sprinklers myself, but I don't really like to use them because I'm frugal. I don't like to spend money, so I don't want to pay the water bill for it. But we've been getting a lot of rain, and it's been making my grass like it's on steroids. So, you know, have a guy, hey, stop saying that's bad and oh, only Mexicans do that and blah 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 blah. No, if some brothers get together and form a lawn care company, and you corner a whole community, or you get on with a park or a school to do all the lawns, bro. My next door neighbor at my dad's house, that guy's been doing lawn care since we moved there in '87. I saw when I lived when I left my dad's house and I was living somewhere else, I saw this man taking care of that city. And he saw me. I'm like, yo, Mr. Willie, what's up? He was like, yeah, man, God's been good. He said, I got the contract for the entire city. I do all the landscaping for the entire city. And this man just started going door to door. Now you know what he does whenever I go to my dad's house? I just see Mr. Willie's truck posted, and he have his fleet of trucks going out to do the work, and he collect all the money.
I got a story just like that. There's a mechanic up here named Gene. He is the coolest dude. I used to drop my car off and he would fix it. It got to the point where I would drop my car off and he'd have it fixed in 2 days. I dropped my car off, he'd be fixed in 5 days. I'm like, yo, Gene, what's going on? Gene was the only honest mechanic, so everybody kept going to him to the point where people at Delta heard about him. Now he's fixing engines at Delta. He don't have time to fix cars all the time, but he's still trying to make everybody happy. He couldn't find anybody to teach. All he needed was people to teach. I'm trying to send people, hey, you want to learn to be a mechanic? Man, I don't want to do it, bro. He couldn't find no one to teach, so he's still trying to do all this work for everybody. He just had to stop doing mechanics because the man got a government contract fixing F-35s. So it's
who told y'all that these wasn't good jobs, though? Like, what?
You know who told him, Kat. You know who told him. And if I say that, you're going to get mad.
Feminists.
You know who told him. Women told him.
Eddie says I'm learning IT and cybersecurity, so be nice to me. Oh, boy.
Women. You smell like oil. Ew. You smell like fries, nigga. I ain't dating you. You a mechanic? I need a dude who's a CEO or a scammer. That's who said it.
That's crazy work.
Say I'm lying.
Crazy. No,
Say I'm lying.
You ain't lying. That's crazy work, though.
So Mike is right. That's what I heard. Go ahead.
Bro, that's crazy, man. But yeah, man. So we definitely gonna do that money show, man, because Mike and Wayne are very, very good with money. I like to give him props for that. Even before we start doing this, Wayne would always post pictures of him being up in the mountains, showing his all the money he was making off of Bitcoin and stuff. So I pay attention to all that stuff. And Mike done lost more money than I've ever put in there. So You know,
Facts.
those good. When I always tell y'all, I always say this: you be around a circle. You don't have to agree with them, because I damn sure don't agree with half the stuff they say. But when it comes to this stuff, I take notes, and you got to be around a circle that can elevate you. You got to be. So
Get your golf course, and you don't have to worry about nothing else.
all right, E, go and give us a closeout, man, so I can get out of here.
Hey, go to
Surprise
somebody
little,
else first, man. Go to somebody else first.
surprise little mama having not. Well, you kind of the you the I don't want to say the fill-in. You the
Okay.
guest host. Yeah,
I
you the
got you.
guest
I got
host.
you,
So
brother. I got you. So, just to wrap everything up, like I said, we talked about uh, health and stuff, right, and mental health and lifestyle changes and stuff like that. As Wayne said, man, make that choice, make that investment into yourself, and just keep it simple. You know what I mean? Again, you don't have to be a vegan. You don't have to be a pescatarian. You can be a pescatarian, though. Watch out for the mercury. Um, just keep it simple, man. It like the creator told us. He told us what was food. He told us what was uh used to heal us. Just stick to something, stick to the simple. If you can't understand, if you and it got too many ingredients, go away from it. Start at home. Start telling your kids about nutrition, because don't depend on no pyramid that was made for whoever else. Keep it simple, invest in yourself, man. And I think we'll be great from there.
well said. Hey man, there's this guy that I watch on YouTube. His name is Jabez Invest or something like that. What he does, he wrote a book because he lost 100 pounds just reading labels.
Jabez, he lives in South Florida.
Yeah, so he lives in Florida. You know exactly what I'm talking about. But this guy, all right, Eddie, peace. Thanks for coming through. But he that's all he does is he reads labels, and he's like, all right, man, you see all this, you can't pronounce it, so you shouldn't be eating it. And he plants
finds ways
everything
to eat the same foods that you love, but in a
in a
healthier
healthy, yeah.
option. Yeah.
And he
So you
plants. The man got like 1 million plants in his backyard. That's crazy.
and give away plants.
Yeah, like he literally he just everything. He just plant everything. So that's another good guy to look up. I actually wanted to
But
play
I,
one of
I,
his
I
videos.
think as a people, that's where we came from. So I think we need to get back to that. And I guarantee a lot of this stuff will fade away. But again, that's a whole nother conversation.
Kev, Mr. Sugar Meats himself.
Sugar meat.
That's gonna be else.
Sugar Meat.
Pause. Only my girl says that.
Talk your
Yeah,
stuff.
Okay. Yeah, that did go kind of left.
That was a
Yeah.
good one. That was a good one.
That was
Yeah,
fun.
I ain't even think about how I sounded saying
Yeah.
that. Yeah,
Pause.
especially in this month, I don't want to get misconstrued for nothing.
Sussy wussy. But yeah, man. I agree with Elu. Just keep it simple. And I mean, the research is out there. Like I said, I always recommend Dr. Berg, Dr. Bobby Price. That's whose book I'm reading. Definitely Dr. Yaki, and they'll explain all the things that you need to learn in order to improve yourself. Because I mean, going through their videos and learning all the myths and all the actual facts when it comes to food is why I actually lost all this weight I had. I used to be around 200 pounds. Now I'm at I teeter-totter between 143 and 146. And all I did was I made sure I fast. So I stopped eating at 9. I don't eat breakfast. And I make sure I get fruits and vegetables. And I definitely make sure I get fiber. And I get all that from coconut water, some bananas. And I mean, yeah, if I want to throw some meat, I might eat some eggs or some chickens. But in general, the info is out there. I know these guys think I'm crazy. You're gonna feel like that because you're gonna be around people who are used to eating meat, who are addicted to their food. So yeah, they're gonna defend quote unquote food like their life depends on it, and maybe it does. But in general, yeah, just make sure you rock for yourself and do what feels right. But all right, my sugar meats, I'll see y'all.
Yeah, Eddie, appreciate that. You and Mike should drop more videos. Kev, I rock with y'all channel. Yeah, Eddie.
Talk to Kevin.
Oh, appreciate that,
Eddie. These are two most hard-headed dudes man. These jokers. Whatever. Yeah, man. Y'all make
Talk
sure.
to Kevin.
Y'all make sure and go over there, and they do it live. They do it right next to each other. So that's even better because you could feed off of the person. So, Wayne, man, great. Oh my God, man, so great to see you back, man. And then you came with that fire because, well, what you got in closing? I got that. I got
Nah,
that.
man. He made some good points. Mike, Kev, you made some great points. Yeah. Uh, Also, again, you can live a healthy lifestyle. Because I know everybody got different schedules. I got a regular schedule, man. And again, I always like he say start off simple. I always say put it in the stove, not on top of it. You know what I mean? Start there. Bake
Yes,
everything.
sir.
Just start there. That's simple.
Yes,
So
sir.
there's a seasoning in Publix you can go and get. McCord makes it, and it's called garlic and herb, no salt. I mean, you just go there and just season your food with that. It's just simple stuff and it's affordable, it's
Facts.
practical. So
Facts.
it's there. You know what I'm saying? It's just a lifestyle change. It really is, and
Mm-hmm.
everybody has different schedules and everything else. But it's like, yeah, instead of going in the grocery store and getting that table salt, go get the garlic and herb seasoning instead of you. So it's on the same aisle. It's on the same aisle. You gotta look for it. It's there, and instead of grabbing that seasoned salt, that boy, I see it, boy, that seasoned salt. Y'all know what the red top.
Yeah, I
Instead
haven't
of
used that in so long.
so instead of using that, grab the
Yeah.
garlic and herb. But it's in there. It's in there. It's in Publix. I always use it, man. It's great. But they got different stuff. It's also Flavor God. Go to
Yes,
Yep.
flavorgod.com.
Yep. Facts.
yes,
It's a little
Yep.
expensive, but he puts no salt. Everything is natural. Everything is herbs and spices,
Yep.
man. A lot of stars and athletes use his stuff, man. It's worth it. It's actually worth it, bro. So,
Yep.
but that's it, man. Hey, fellas, man, it's a good time, man. Good seeing y'all boys again. Hey, Cardi, I'm a holler. Mike, Trev, Kev, E. Man, y'all have a good week, man. I'll talk
all
with
right,
y'all.
Wayne.
All right. Yep.
All right. You too, brother.
All right, Big Money Mike is on you. Oh, Peace Maria G says try Quincy Jones barbecue recipe. All right, Mike. Well, real quick, Mike. Before, man, hell, we grow up and we like to season all our stuff. But we went out. Me and my wife went out a while ago, and I'm like, you know what? Let me just go totally off the grid and just get something different. I'm not going to get the steak. We went to one of our favorite restaurants. I'm like, man, I'm going to get the chicken, and it literally was just dusted with garlic and herb. And I'm like, man, this got to be one of the most enjoyable. It was roasted. I said, this got to be one of the most enjoyable dishes I ever had. It wasn't overly seasoned. It was just, I'm like, my God. So sometime, man, we just got to break out of. We just got to break out of that. But yeah, that seasoning salt with the red top, no, it's a no go. I don't use that. If anything, I'm gonna use the adobo, not the adobo, the sazon, the Spanish one that don't have all the sodium in it. But Big Money Mike, go ahead and close this out.
Black people ain't listening to y'all. They gonna buy Lawry's tomorrow.
Make your own season, man. Make your own season, bro. Take a bunch of stuff and put it in one big one. There you go.
E, your time is over, sir. In the
Thank you,
back.
sir.
Thank you, sir. So, black people ain't gonna listen to y'all. They gonna season their food. I hope they choose and learn some different ways. It would be fantastic, but they still gonna try to kill us anyway. It is what it is. Much love to everybody. My MIR family, we came through. Member number 2 and 3, I'm gonna need to holler at y'all bones. I'm gonna need to holler at you and your brother, because apparently y'all been robbing my mangoes and ain't been saying nothing to a brother. I just talked to you the other day, and you ain't say nothing. I see what it is. I see what it is. It's cool. Trevor, I expect to have a bag on the 21st. That's the question, sir.
Yeah, I'm gonna get you a care package together, man.
I hope that care package is is bigger than a bag. Let me make that happen. Thank you. I ain't no 1-2 mango dude. That's all I'm saying.
I'm stopping by. You better beat me there.
What I just told you, E. What I just
Yeah, we
told you, this is
got
my
man.
time.
I got more of these damn things than we could eat, man.
Did I? This is my man. If I don't put both of y'all on mute, my time. Thank you. You don't see my back to me. I would love to say, my baby, don't listen to nothing these fools say. Me and you are strong and fantastic as ever. You are my delicious happiness, my favorite flavor. I have never written poems to my girl when she write a poem to me and her poem's better than mine. I'm not used to having a chick who's more lyrical than me. I gotta step my bars up. Hello. Love the Wayne. It's great seeing you again. Loved everybody. Seafood is water roaches. It is what it is. It is what it is. I'm gonna holler at y'all. I'm out. Oh, and if I said sugar meat, that's what the hell I said. You ain't gonna make me feel weird for saying it. I got a daughter and a woman. I don't give a damn about no pause. I'm a grown ass man. He is sugar meat. Point done. And Eddie, I am looking for a 6th member. I was trying to get my girl in there, but she's still a little, like Wayne would say, she still got a little goofiness to work out. But I am looking for a 6th member MIR. So holla at your boy. We might be able to, because MIR is my family. You know what I'm saying? So we'll talk. We'll talk. Trevor wants to be the 6th member, but he's fighting it. You see, he can barely say MIR in real life. It hurts his heart. But I'm gonna holla at y'all. We'll see y'all in 2 weeks. And when we talk about last thing about money, at 6 a.m. this morning, Dogecoin was at 18 cents, 0.7, something like that. And right now, it's at 19.9, which means I made like $200 while we're just sitting here chilling. So get into crypto, learn some stuff, stop fighting it, buy low, sell high. I'll let your boy.
Yeah, I got it. All right, Mike. I got to check that out myself right now. I got some Doge, and not a lot, but I got some Doge. I need to stop playing and get a bunch of Doge.
Man, I just bought 1,500 more when it dropped to 18, so I could offset the money I paid when it was 20. And when it go to 25, I'm buying a jet ski. I'm just saying, my bad. All right, y'all have a good one.
All right, Mike. Let me hold on. What's up? What's up, E?
Oh man, no, I'm good.
Oh, okay. I was about to say you can't stay away from the microphone now, huh? We're about to close out.
Oh yeah, I'm good, man. I'm multitasking up in here, bro. Hey, I'll be over there within the next couple of days. Get me some before Mike get them.
All right.
I only need a few.
All right. Yeah. I got a bunch of these damn things. I gotta clean them up tomorrow before my lawman come Wednesday.
Oh, I'll be there then. Before then,
got a bunch of them damn things.
I don't want to jump. I don't want to have to use the neighbor treehouse.
Yeah. The jokers ain't got no kids, but they got a treehouse. I don't know. Make sense. All right, man. My leg's sitting here shaking, man. I gotta go to the bathroom. Let me
All right, brother,
wrap this up so I can get. Oh God! Now here go Mike coming back out. Oh my goodness.
Yeah, I'm gone.
Hey, I'm starting to be worried. I done heard 5 different people threaten my mangoes. I'll drive down right now. I could get my joints. You get them in the bag.
I thought you was gone, man.
Hey, man, until I heard you threaten my mangoes.
Only one tree right now is dropping them, so there'll be plenty. The other tree haven't even started yet.
Yeah, but Mike, I'm only about the 21st.
Mike, I'm only feeding one person, man.
It's gonna be tons. It's gonna be tons of them things, man. It's gonna be tons of them things.
Only thing I eat more than mangoes is my leg. All right, I'm gonna holler at y'all.
All right, man. All right. Good. Go. Goodbye.
Man.
All right, man. I'll holler at you.
All right. Peace. All right. Oh man, Straight Talk Society. There you have it. Another fantastic episode of Man Talk Monday. This was a different one. I don't think we've ever done a show that we focused on something that wasn't like wretchedness or anything like that. So one thing I did want to say, that if the fellas didn't say, I didn't remember. A lot of times I got a bunch of stuff just going on in my head. Especially men. Get you some type of insurance. Whether it be life insurance, preferably is life insurance. But if you can't afford life insurance, which life insurance policies are a lot cheaper than you guys would think. Especially if you're in moderately good health, you can get a couple dollars. But I'm very serious. Get you some life insurance, because the worst thing you could do to your family is leave them holding the bill, or not leave them set up in a position where they have to lose the house that you guys work so hard for. You know, the worst thing is if you pass and your spouse can't continue paying for the house or whatever like that. So get you some life insurance, man. Get you some life insurance. If you can't afford life insurance, at the very least, at the absolute least, get you some burial insurance just to help pay the bill. So you're not having to try, to sell plates and make t-shirts and all that stuff to put you in the ground. Just adding more burden onto them. And I'm serious about that, man. Get you some insurance. Stop playing around. You know what I mean? Listen, I am so serious about this money. I'm so glad that Wayne started bringing up the high car payments, because I'm like, oh my goodness, that's what I be on. That honestly, that's why I haven't gotten a new truck yet. I just don't want no car payments. I really don't want no car payments, because it's just like it's another debt that I don't want. And I don't believe I think if you owe people, if you're indebted to somebody, it's never really no peace. There's never really any peace. But yeah, man, make sure you got life insurance. Make sure you get your affairs in order, because you don't want to leave that on your spouse. You don't want to leave that on your kids. Stop selling grandma's house. You got to sell grandma's house because you done screwed up all the money. And nobody took care of business. So now you're selling the house to try to, get a couple of dollars. Come on, man. That's what I want to do. If we're going to go out, I want us to go out talking about some real stuff that actually is going to impact people's life, stuff that's actually is going to make you think. Maybe on the last show, we'll go back for good old time's sake and go back and do the drama and all the funny stuff and blah, blah, blah. But leading up to that, I want us to make sure that we do some stuff that's actually going to impact people, stuff that's going to actually make people think and be like, man, you know what? I got to get my stuff together. What's a good thing that you got to do? A lot of us don't realize the amount of subscriptions that we pay for. Bro, if you go through all the subscriptions, how many TV subscriptions do you need? You might as well get cable. You cut cable because you didn't want to pay the high bill, but then you're offsetting it by getting all these ridiculous number of subscriptions. If you would get rid of some of these subscriptions, then you could get you some life insurance. You could get you some burial insurance. You got it's time to start taking care of business as men. As men, it's time to start taking care of business and get our stuff together. Get your emergency fund. Wayne, I think Wayne will co-sign this with me. These women got emergency funds. They got an escape plan already. But I think we should get our business in order, man. Get our business in order. It's time to stop faking and start actually doing. Hey, but what do I know? I'm just a guy with a microphone. I'm just a guy with a microphone, man. Thank you guys so much for coming through Man Talk Monday. I thought it was a really good one, man. It was different. It was so different. Thank you to those of you watching over on Twitter, man. Y'all stayed watching the entire time. I appreciate that. Shout out to the Twitter audience. I know Cliff shares the Twitter stream on his feed, so I do appreciate that. Man, we will see you guys. The next time I'll be before you will be Thursday. We have a debate between Peter Cox and Stacey Mobley. Then this Friday, I have a pause and reflect coming up. And then I think I'm going to do the church hurt episode on a Sunday, just because I need to have the time. That's not something that I could do in 20, 30 minutes. So I'm going to do that on a Sunday. So there we have it, man. Oh, sorry about that. Speaking of Bones and Zay, this Friday, UFC 316 preview show, they'll be doing that this Friday at 8 p.m. So make sure to tune into that. And then Saturday, me and my daughter, Wrestling Then and Now, will probably be doing a live watch along for the WWE Money in the Bank pay-per-view that's coming up this Saturday. Damn, so I do got a lot of stuff to do this week. I didn't think I had so much stuff to do, but hey, man, just tune into the channel, man. Like, share, and subscribe. Hit the notification bell so you'll know every time we go live or every time a new post goes up. Hey, I will see you guys on the other side. With all that being said, I leave you with these words. Always seek out the truth for yourself, because if not, you'll fall victim to other people's interpretations of them. Peace.